May I have your attention, please? You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG podcast. The following show may be explicit. I said no, you can't play a ninja. This is an Old West game, and they didn't have ninjas.
But the year is 1869.
As you may have guessed, we still don't have intro music for the L5R game. I think you can use that one.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty amazing.
All right. I think your mic's on.
I think you should use that one.
Hello.
I could.
Hello.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Stu. I'm the GM of L5R Dissension?
Dissension.
It's Inukai Part 3, basically. And this is our third session?
Yes.
3.
Is that correct?
Volume 3, Episode 3.
Volume 3, Episode 3. We're playing in FFG's L5R beta with the chicken intro dice. And to my left,
Hi, I'm Kimmy, and I am playing Makiko, I think is my name. Sorry, I was not expecting it to be me. And I am an ex-crab bushi. And I am now part of the Crane Clan. Every time. It's always funny.
We'll have to show you the clip
Yeah, no.
of Jack Sue in,
Yeah.
in Barney Miller.
And I'm haunted by my father, who's super pissed that I left the Crane Clan. And,
Crab.
that I left the Crab Clan for the Crane Clan. Super pissed about the Crane Clan thing.
he actually has two distinct things he can be super pissed off about.
Yeah, yes,
So
very
far,
distinctly.
yes.
Me leaving the Crab Clan and me also joining the Crane Clan. Oh, God. And he is played by Stu, and those of you in the chat room who want to chime in can also shout things out as my haunting father all the time.
I'm playing Kazuki Shiba. He's a Shiba Guardian. He's a very big guy, and he's also a mute. Yeah.
We need to get you a horn. Honka, honka.
What?
No, the other kind. Honka, honk.
Auga.
Like Harpo.
Yeah.
Like a trained seal.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know, what the heck.
Our lips are sealed.
And I'm Dave, and I'm playing Ichiro, previously of the Isawa Elementalist family and clan. Now I am the one-armed Shugenja of newly acquired Crane lineage. And
Yeah.
yeah. Double fisting it.
Double fans. Okay, so we had a session last time, 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Does anyone remember what happened in that session, or would like to summarize slightly?
Absolutely.
I had to get up super early.
Today?
No.
Oh, no, in the session, yes.
In the session, right.
Yes. Well, a whole bunch of stuff happened, actually.
Sorry.
Well done. It's okay. Stu's playing with his fans, for those of you listening to the podcast. We were asked by our new friend of the Crab Clan to help. Did the thing with the lady happen? That happened the previous session, right?
No, the thing. No, that was all the same.
All the
session.
same session? Oh my God, so much stuff happened. Okay, so we
But the first thing you met the crab.
met the new crab guy.
Who became your new best friend?
Yeah, who became our new best friend. At first I was quite suspicious, but he ended up being a cool dude. And we entered the city, and we went to the White Ash and Stone, which is the tavern that is owned by the Inukai family. And we were there, and it seems that there had been a problem. There was a peasant woman who had been mutilated by the Crane Champion, who is the person that we suspect has one of the lion's claws, which are the cursed swords that our ancestors failed to deal with. And so she basically had been, like, all her legs had been amputated just out of cruelty by this asshole. So we had some witnesses. One of them was the what was her rank?
She was the daimyo
Daimyo of the
Asahina
Asahina family, yes. She came in.
I should give you names. Hiruda Odi,
Yes.
who was the Yojimbo
The crab.
The crab
Crab,
Yojimbo.
Yes.
And
Itube
It's yes.
Itube.
was the.
No, Kobe.
Kobe was she was our
Asahina
friend.
Kobe. Itube, I believe, is the courtier that you guys are.
We met.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I don't know if
that's
you've
right.
met her yet.
That's who we're supposed to find.
Yes.
Yes, we're supposed to look for her.
That's why I don't have more details next to her name.
So we had the daimyo of the Asahina family, this known member of the Crab clan, and a few other samurai of the Crane clan who were our witnesses to this crime. We watched this woman write what happened to her with her mouth on parchment as witnesses, and then we and the Crab clan bodyguard guy basically put her out of her misery at her own behest. She wanted us to end her life.
Actually, you made a neck steak.
We did what?
You made a neck steak.
Oh, that's right. A neck steak, yes.
Because both
yeah.
you
Struck
and Odie
simultaneously.
struck simultaneously. And
Yeah. That's how we ended her life. I wasn't going to be that specific, but and right, it's the worst. So we were planning our next move,
Right.
and then
It's like having
so
a
bad.
pizza
All
on
right.
the table. Sorry.
So then the crab guy wanted us to help him win a boat race, which isn't really in any of our wheelhouses at all.
Nor is it in his.
No, or his.
Wheelhouse, I get it.
Yeah, right. But his brother.
Race against the mantis.
Yes, right. The mantis who is like that is
That's their
their
lifeblood.
total
They're
jam.
the boat people.
Yeah. But I guess his brother had competed years ago, failed, and to regain his brother's honor, he wanted to win this race. So we went the night before down to the water where there was a temple. A couple of us pulled some great rolls out and did some really beautiful artwork that pleased the water and air kami. And they helped us with some amazing, looking at we did this artwork on the ground. We spent the night at the temple. We woke up the next morning, which is what Dave's talking about, waking up really early. We looked at what the kami had added to our artwork, which evidently only happens every few generations or something. So they were so pleased with our artwork among the many that were done that they had added shells and some like decoration to ours to show their favor. And Stork's character was like looking at it, and he figured out it was like a map of the best way to win the race.
Where the shoals and reefs
Yeah.
are, where the high currents are.
Exactly. So that even though Stu had originally planned for us to lose the race,
Yeah.
our awesome rolls had made it awesome. So
He yes-anded the hell out of
shit
that.
out of that, yeah. So we actually won that in triumph. So, but just as we landed back on the beach, there was an alarm that sounded. And we went all racing back, but we were not allowed to go into the city. They were stopping anyone from the Inukai family.
Well, you were allowed to go into the city, but
Yeah,
you
but
weren't
not-
allowed to go into the keep.
The keep, that's what it is. We weren't allowed to go in the keep because it turns out that the daimyo of the Asahina family, the woman who had helped us earlier and was a witness to this crime, had been murdered. So, and they were suspecting people from the Inukai family.
Well, you really remembered all of that. I mean, most of that fell out of my head. Yes, I was like, what did we do? Good job.
Thank you.
I had a hard time separating what was in the previous episode and the previous to that
Yeah.
episode.
So much stuff happened.
Can we just have Sam come in and listen in and take notes?
Take notes. Yeah, she did, like, just take the notes and then like read them
He's
off.
stenographer for
Yeah.
us.
It's all right.
Good job, Kimmy. Thanks for reminding me, because I had forgotten all of that stuff had fallen out of my head.
No problem.
And I am now the proud owner of the Japanese version of the Gordon's Fisherman outfit.
Hey, that's right.
That's right, yes.
I spent my money to buy that.
All right, so you guys are standing outside of the Murasabshi Toshi Keep. And you've just been barred from entry. They're saying that they basically tell you that until they can figure out what's going on, no Inukai are being allowed in the keep. And the Odie is with you.
Did they tell us that she had been murdered? She did. They did.
Yes,
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe so.
we became aware of that.
Okay.
Well, on the plus side, we can easily prove that we weren't anywhere near the keep all day.
Are we alone? Or are we like in the middle of the street?
Odie's.
okay.
Odie's there.
But I mean, like,
No. Yeah.
he's a material witness to us being on a boat.
Yeah.
on a
No,
boat
I'm
race.
not worried about. I'm not worried about him, but I'm just worried about like other people around us hearing Could this perhaps have been done because she is the best witness we have to the crime that was committed this morning?
I have absolutely no doubt of that.
I mean, it could just be a play for power. Who knows? But it seems someone who was in that room has shared what they knew.
Well, she may have even confronted someone about something.
Possibly, yes.
So are you guys still outside of the keep?
Yeah, but I think maybe we should go back to the White Ashen Stone.
Yes.
We're just talking conversationally.
You can see a crane comes out and kneels down, because you can see through the gates. The gates are open. They're not letting you in. And there's a big courtyard in the front part of the keep, and you can see that a crane, a bushi, comes out and kneels down, and he is beginning the process of committing seppuku.
Probably her bodyguard.
He is wearing sort of the colors or the adornments of the Asahina, but he is definitely a bushi.
Well, I think I'd probably turn to Odie and ask him if he needs to go check on his charge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that's not generally his style, like close body work, but
I could check in.
but
Perhaps I shall. I shall meet up with you again.
you know where we'll be.
And he kind of starts walking in, and as he's walking in, you see Itube walking out. I don't know, have you guys met Itube yet?
No.
Okay. Well, you see
How do you spell that?
Inukai?
Inukai Crane walking out, obviously a courtier. Itube. Itube.
I do.
Itube.
And who is he?
She.
Again? She? Who is she again? She
She's
was
the-
there.
Our
She's
courtier
your
contact.
courtier contact.
Well, I think I'd probably wave.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Wow, this guy's committing seppuku right
Hi. What up?
well, he's busy doing his thing inside. She's
And
come outside.
She's coming out, and she has a rather dark expression on her face.
Of course.
Sure, but I would probably, gesture to have her come
Right.
over and say, sorry we didn't have a chance to meet before this disaster, but we have come from the valley. We were told to meet you here. Is there anything we can do to help? Or
No, there is not at this moment. I would suggest you go back to the White Ashen Stone. I have a few things I need to speak with some people about, and I will meet you there shortly, before nightfall, certainly, if that is all right with all of you.
will you be safe? Seems like this might be a perilous moment.
I would prefer to go unescorted, as I believe I'm not known for having an escort with me, and to do so might communicate a message I do not wish communicated. But I thank you
understand.
for your offer.
We shall see you later.
Very well, thank you.
Ghost Crab Dad says, had you been properly attired as Crab, you would be able to act now, obey the signs, and return to Crab. And it is a sad day when Crane shows more honor than a crab. Learn from this example and return to Crab.
Gross crab dad, is that what it says?
Ghost.
Ghost.
Ghost Crab Dad. He's all,
It's Ghost Crab Dad.
how you doing, sweetie?
Ghost crab dad.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll return to the White Ashen Stone.
Okay. You get back there. The place is not as packed as it usually is. It's a little light because it's in the middle of the day. It's not usually a heavy drinking time. There's no samurai here at all.
Okay.
Mostly some commoners on the first floor.
I'm very restless. I'm flexing my knuckles and
Okay.
twisting my naginata and looking very close to an outburst.
I probably wouldn't notice that.
No.
I will probably talk to. Oh bugger! What was her name? The proprietress.
Yeah.
It was
You got. That's her.
Yes.
Roke.
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Ah, very good. Let me.
Is that right? Yes. Mistress
no.
of the White Ashen
Yeah.
Stone.
But I would probably talk to her and tell her that she should perhaps prepare for some backlash, some possible problems because of this.
She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that word would have traveled. The mistress of the Asahina clan was assassinated shortly before we arrived.
Her eyes kind of narrow with the
Yeah, I think exactly the same thing. However, we were not allowed to enter the keep to lend assistance because of our affiliation.
Who are they saying they suspect? Us?
I believe so.
Did you hear any murmurings as to who it would have been?
Nope. We were involved in this boat race all morning. When we finished, we won, by the way.
Thanks for asking.
Just to
Well,
keep
there's
that
the
up.
silver lining on the coin.
Yeah, right. No, the clan may burn to the ground around us, but my God, we won that boat race. We
Other than that, Mrs.
Lincoln, how was
the play?
yeah. So we arrived back to the beach, had several seconds to celebrate our victory, and then there was an alarm bell. We ran to the city, arrived just in time to get to the keep and have the guards tell us that they would not allow us admittance to the keep due to our colors, as it were. And then we saw Itube leaving the keep, and she said she had to go meet with some people and would visit us here later.
She has a meeting room on the second floor, so I'm sure I will prepare it. I'm sure that's where she will want to meet.
What time is it?
Oh, it's probably like 2. Well, a couple hours past midday.
I need to go shopping.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need someone to come along?
What do we need right now?
He needs to go visit the market.
Oh, that
very
other
well.
mic's on. Oh, only metric.
No.
This mic was on?
It's not now.
Okay, good.
They have numbered. They're numbered.
I keep forgetting to look up.
It's above.
There's a ceiling.
I'll just put them flat against the ceiling. It'll be easier.
I mean, you're supposed to look up.
Can people just smear a little grease paint
No.
and put the number on their forehead? 'Cause then
Well, I'll look.
or just on the side of the forehead, depending on what side of the table you're at.
Should we perhaps search her meeting room and see if there are any clues there? Is she still standing here?
She was about to leave.
Oh.
But you can
I'll
say
ask.
something.
Did she keep anything in her meeting room?
Itube?
Yeah.
It's not her residence, no.
But any papers that she perhaps used in meetings?
Perhaps you're welcome to. I was going to go straighten up anyway, but you're welcome to come with me and look.
Yeah. Perhaps we should look.
If you need to go, we can handle this.
Well,
Or
it
do
should
you
only
need me to come with you?
take a moment to look in her room.
It's always better if you come and help.
Fair enough. I'll take him shopping so that he can relax.
Yeah.
You stay here and make sure he doesn't leave.
And you can stay here and make sure that they don't burn down the inn while we're away.
Excellent. I think that's a fine plan.
Okay. So she takes you upstairs.
Okay.
And I mean, it basically is there's a bunch of mats, and there's a little tea set over in the corner that she's got some people cleaning up, and doesn't look like there's any
Personal stuff at all. Okay.
Not really. I mean, there's some decorations on the wall. This room is totally like Fangasm to the Inokai.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like there's paintings on the walls and all kinds of stuff,
Okay.
and there looks to be a great deal of history in the room.
Okay.
But you're not seeing anything. There's not like, I don't know. Well, they wouldn't have filing cabinets, but like
No, yeah.
like
Scrolls.
cubbies of scrolls and
okay.
things. You don't see anything.
Okay. All right.
And she straightens up and says, "You're welcome to look around if you like. But, as I said, this is not her residence. She just uses this as a meeting place, mostly for family."
Ah. Very well. Thank you.
So, any particular thing you're in the market for?
Well, I'm looking to buy a gift for Rook for Itube.
All right. So we'll go to the first of the.
We should also keep an eye out for affordable jade.
It's kind of a contradiction in terms, but we'll try. But yes, we should stop at the first of the roadside vendors of small gifts.
Okay. You find yes. As soon as you start getting anywhere near the castle, you find a place that sells all kinds of little baubles and such.
I need to find a gift for Itube. So this is that whole gift buying
Sure.
skill, yeah?
Right.
So do I have to roll for that, or is it a...
I think you actually do have to roll for that. We discussed this last time.
I know, and I've
That
forgotten
was
what we...
something.
what
There's
we
actually a
resolved.
thingamajig you have to do. I'm going to look in the... See if I...
It's in the book.
See if I... Is there a character sheet in this book? There's a character sheet.
Well, there is some mechanical thing that's about your.
I think it's page 67, generosity.
It probably is because mine's on 68.
And again, just for my etiquette
I'm looking.
and for everybody else, we can read it out loud.
After performing a check to acquire or give a gift, such as design water to select an item that complements someone else's wardrobe, or commerce water to find and select a gift at the market, you remove 3 strife. So it looks like commerce water would be the.
Okay. Commerce, which I have no points in. I'm not even sure where that is. Commerce, there it is, trade skills. So I have no points, but it's just a straight water roll.
Yeah, and your ring is D6s. And you get to keep all of them.
And that is
You get a success.
I got an opportunity and a success.
Yes.
Take those 2.
I am going to take those 2.
You can take all 3 if you want, because you got another blank die.
What's the blank? Well, the blank die doesn't do anything, right? It just means,
No.
yeah.
Well, you can have it.
Oh,
It's a
oh, you
bonus
can have
just for you.
I see. You guys are being sarcastic.
All right.
So, I find what I think is a perfect gift. Let's see here. Let's say it is It's a majestic crane coming in for landing.
Okay.
It's a watercolor.
Oh, okay, like a small painting
Yes.
or illustration.
Yes,
Okay.
you know, one of those
Yeah.
crane landing.
With the ink, brush with the ink. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Right, you find such a thing.
I feel better. So that's 3 strife down.
Okay.
That's a mechanical point because I'm up to 5 and my composure is 6.
Oh, you're almost there. You're almost there.
That's what I'm saying. By the way, I have a note for the designers of the game. Make the composure box much bigger because this comes and goes very quickly during the course of this game.
You really need a chalkboard for it.
Or just a bigger.
Okay.
Is there an artist here that does commission work?
The place he went, it looks like there's someone there who's sitting there painting some sort of street scene, and it looks similar to the artwork that
Those gestural.
that she's displaying. Yes.
Sure. Because I want to commission a portrait of a small sailing vessel with
Okay.
3 cranes and a little crab on the back. Or like a little crab on the front, on the spar.
Right.
Like,
Like a so not actually samurai, but you're looking
The
for
animals,
The
yeah.
animals. Okay. All right. She says, "Yeah, I would be honored.
I will return tomorrow.
Certainly.
Good. I caution you, I may be dead.
If that is the case, Honorable Samurai, I shall instead put it upon my wall to sell.
That should just be your exit line for everything. Because you are a
Yes.
samurai. I caution you, I may be dead.
That's the new 2 days.
For tomorrow, I may be dead.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I am a samurai. I
Yes.
might be dead tomorrow.
It's like Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, so close.
Okay.
Sure. Feeling better. Good, good. I know it cheers you up. Retail therapy.
Make some tea.
I'm all right. Are you thirsty? Well, it's not a place to make tea in this poor lady artist's shop, man. Let's go back to the bar. Yeah.
While I'm there at the thing, since we're clearing out strife, I'm going to do some fortune telling.
Okay. All right.
Since I'm sitting around the... Oh, that's not my dice. I need this dice. So...
Yeah, I had to clear out strife because one more and would have been blood in the streets.
No, it just means that you're at a mechanical disadvantage until you have an outburst.
Ring dice are the d6s, right?
Or clear out your strike.
Yes.
Okay.
Success, opportunity.
Oh, yeah, I'll take a success and an opportunity.
Okay.
Don't want to take any more. Oh, any more strikes. Doesn't look fun. I don't know why I have my dice back out. I'm going to put that away so I don't get confused anymore. All right. So I have one success.
What are you trying to portend? Portatinate.
Ooh.
Portate.
Potables.
The danger...
Potent portables.
The danger posed to us from the situation this morning. Or me, specifically.
Ah. You got one success and one opportunity? Mm-hmm. Yes, there is definitely potential danger in the current situation. Not only to you, but to someone you have met.
Ah, okay. Fascinating. Cool. Thank you. It's in the middle. Here we'll have a sushi can.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a piece of the like that tuna with that one there? This one.
You make your choices.
Thank you.
Would you hand me a pencil, Stork? All right. Thank you. Thank you.
That toasted onion topping on this one's really good.
It's really not bad. I've
You know?
never had that before.
For grocery store sushi, that's really good.
They make it
Yeah.
fresh like every
Thanks,
couple
Mexican
hours.
market.
Just down the street.
Just down the street.
And sit by Arda. It's not like it's a Japanese market.
Right as you walk in. It's right there.
Right, yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a person there that makes it
All day
it
long.
turns over pretty
Yep.
quickly.
Their food there is good. It really is.
I mean, if this was made right in front of me, it might be better, but this is not bad at all.
Right. Oh yeah, sushi bar would be better. But wow. Anyway, yeah, that is what you are able to glean.
Okay.
How do you do your divination?
I have my little dice.
Oh, you roll dice. Okay. Okay. So you guys are headed back to the White Ashen Stone. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go
And
back.
I'm there, like, guarding, because I don't want anything to happen to Roque.
Okay. All right. So are you upstairs or are you downstairs?
I probably, once we were done in the room, I probably went downstairs. I'm probably in the main room.
Okay.
I'm probably sitting off to the side somewhere. I'm not sitting at, like, the family table.
Well, there's no. The family table's empty.
Right,
There's no one there right now.
right. But I'm still not sitting there.
Okay. All right. So, Odie walks in. Sees you.
Who's Odie again?
The crab.
Oh, the crab guy. Okay, that's right. I need to write that down.
My charge still lives.
Excellent. Well done. Yeah, were you able to get any information about what happened?
The rumor is that it was someone from Inukai who took out
That seems like
the Asahina daimyo.
an obvious assumption since they would not let us in the keep. But how was it committed? Poison? Was she stabbed?
She was stabbed. She was stabbed. Ask him with what?
We're not there yet.
You're not there
that's
yet.
Sorry.
There's a voice from outside. With what?
Would they let you near the body?
Oh no, no. We are not a favored people amongst your clan.
Kind of glare a little.
There is great animosity between us at this point, which is why I was selected to be my charge as Yojimbo.
Yes, I am aware. Thank you. I wonder if the wounds would match those we saw on the peasant.
Well, she was only
Yesterday.
missing one limb,
The domino?
not all four. But
Is the head a limb?
is the head a limb?
It is an extremity, not a limb.
Ah, then she was missing one extremity. An important one.
Yes. Well, it was at least efficient and a quick death for her. I wonder if the wound is...
There were many other cuts.
That is disgraceful. Someone of her position should not have died in such a manner.
Apparently, she had been busy, from what my charge tells me. The Kobe, the daimyo, had been, as my charge puts it, making the rounds.
Well...
Okay, you walk in. You're the guys are there.
No. That's not what the look was like. A lot of connotations there.
Only if you've worked in Washington.
Just saying. The halls of power are not dissimilar.
You're right.
Well,
Excuse me.
I wonder if she was killed for what we saw yesterday.
Oh, I would doubt if she was killed for anything else.
Yes.
I would imagine the people she was speaking to was a way to either spread information or to try to glean more information. According to my charge, she was speaking with several members of the of Domatai's house, and she was also speaking with several members of other families within Crane.
For just a second, like my face kind of glazes over, like I'm like when someone looks at you but they're not really listening.
Right.
And then Ghost Dad's yelling, "At least she died in her proper clan. Return to your proper clan." So it's like I'm struggling to focus on what he's saying a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't notice.
You're the samurai bowler. That would be a great movie, huh?
Yeah.
Samurai Bowler.
Has anyone made that yet?
Done.
No, but get to it, Internet.
Yeah, they will do it now.
Hold on, because I know it's got to be true. Janine Garofalo probably is watching right now. Contact your agent and make that movie, because we would all go see it, and you have at least 4 ticket sales.
That's right.
And that's enough to make a movie. That's enough to sell a movie, right?
I'm telling you,
I know 4 random strangers that'll go see it.
I mean, think of the last major bowling film to come out.
I may not go see it. I may pirate it down.
Kingpin?
Really. Yeah.
I was thinking Big Lebowski.
Well, all right. Kingpin. Which one came
a
first?
cult classic. I don't know. I don't know.
I think Big Lebowski's first. Big Lebowski was 90s.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like 91, 92.
I don't think I've ever seen a bowling movie.
You haven't seen Big Lebowski?
I don't think so.
You should watch Big Lebowski. I mean, it is. I avoided it for so long, And then I think Stork said, you need to watch it. And it was on Netflix, and I sat down and watched
Yeah.
it. It is a hysterical movie.
I'll go
It
look
is
for it.
so funny.
Usually the way to get Stu to not watch something is to have Stork recommend it.
Usually, yes.
Well,
Okay.
anybody recommends things, and you're like, no.
It depends.
I'll come do it in my own time.
Right. Okay. So you guys walk in, and you can see that that Odie is talking with Makiko.
You can go have a seat. I'll be out in a minute. Then I'll head to the kitchen.
Okay.
I'll give like the friendly wave though. I'm not
All right.
going to be
Okay.
trying to hide on the way in.
All right. Roque is in the kitchen along with some of the cook staff.
May I bother you for a pot?
Of course.
Thank
Oh.
you.
She gives you one of the nice ceremonial ones.
I'll stand by the stove or
Okay.
cooking appliance, whatever it may be.
Right.
Open fire pit. I don't
Probably. They probably have open pits. Yeah.
know. But then I will take some things from my pouch,
Okay.
sprinkle them in, heat the water a bit, take it off, heat it some more,
Right.
take it off. The whole process.
Heat it, but don't burn it.
Right.
Right.
But I shall attempt.
Can I have the shrimp?
Ebby.
Mm-hmm.
Ebby. That's what that was called. Ebby.
Okay.
You're gonna roll some dice.
You want a plate?
Look at that. Everybody you saw on the camera, I used the force
You
and the
did.
gold dice bag came into my hand. It was
Totally
awesome.
how that worked.
So I'm going to make 2 for that. And 2 for that. I'm attempting to brew some tea that calms the nerves. Just relaxing tea.
Nice.
No.
Oh, no, those are.
You got some opportunities, right? There's some
3.
opportunities.
Yes, I will take the 2 opportunities that don't involve
A strive.
additional strife.
Okay. All right.
But I did not get a success.
Right.
So I create all right tea that doesn't actually have an effect that I was
Right.
hoping for. Nor does it help me eliminate any of my own strife.
Right.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
That's right.
Unfamiliar pot, unfamiliar cooking fire.
Right. Exactly.
There's other people around. It's hard to concentrate.
Yeah. I know a poor chef blames his tools, however. Unfamiliarity with the kitchen is a quick way to disgrace. But then I'll come back out and I'll bring
Okay.
tea for everybody.
He comes back out and brings tea for everyone. And Odie's like, ooh.
I will drink tea.
Clink, clink.
Was your shopping trip successful?
Yes, I believe so.
I exchanged looks with Odie like they went shopping right now.
To celebrate our great victory.
I don't say that. I give the look.
Right.
Sure.
Like the.
But I'll see the look. I'm sitting right there, so I would say to celebrate our great victory. I must return to the shop tomorrow, in fact.
Won't it perhaps seem suspect that we are celebrating and buying gifts when our clan is now being accused of murder and assassination?
It would take a pretty, how do they say, ballsy assassin to just go shopping for victory lap stuff in the same town that they had just murdered somebody. Like, yeah, I mean, I suppose, but
I would do that.
yeah, that's a pretty, that's a power move for sure.
Very well.
Though I have no more information for you, but I thought you might like to know what I was able to over here.
Of course, I would not presume to question your abilities, but I believe that we were all in danger. And if they could get to the daimyo of the Asahina clan, you may do well to stay by those you may trust. You're welcome to spend time with us.
I have been given some duties to take care of throughout the evening.
Yeah. Very well.
But I shall return in the morning.
Well, I'm much appreciated.
I bid you a good evening and a safe evening.
Be well. Take care of yourself.
He bows, and he bows to you for the tea, and then he walks out. And right about that time, Itube comes in. And she walks in, and she seems a little distracted, and she's like, heads right for the back where the staircase that leads up to the second floor is.
Should we perhaps follow her?
Well, I didn't want to be rude. The poor lady's been out on her business, and she was taking a moment to collect herself.
Perhaps we should wait until we are invited.
Roke comes out of the thing and says, Itube-sama was expecting you to be in her meeting place. My apologies, I did not realize that this was the case.
We will join her.
Yes.
Well, I could have told you that.
See? Some people like to have a minute to collect themselves. Especially on a rough day. I mean, this is not...
You go up, and she's sitting down, and there's a little tea tray in front of her, and as you walk in.
Tell her that before we get started, I'd like to give her a gift as for greeting.
Hello again. Again, so terribly sorry that our meeting would come on such a day. However, my companion, Kazuki, has...
Whose name? I forgot.
Listen!
What kind of instrument do I play?
What?
What kind of instrument do I play? When on stage, what do I play?
A bouzouki, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Bouzouki Kazuki. It's
Yeah.
It's like a kazoo with an E.
Just think of my hand around Stork's neck.
I love we
Give
all.
me 100 different ways to remember it, but it won't help if we've only played a couple of times and I still...
I'll go like this.
That's why I keep my notes, but it got caught under the bag, and it was just, yes. Normally it would have been a seamless glance at the paper and saying the name, but the bag of dice ruined it all.
Okay.
Gave away my secrets.
I understand.
However, my companion, Kazuki, will... See? Did you see how that worked? I glanced at the paper, and no one noticed. See?
It was the
I
dice
didn't-
bag's fault.
I didn't
Yes.
notice.
You didn't notice. Nudist. You did
say nudist.
You didn't notice nothing.
I didn't notice it too.
Please got clothes on.
9 naked men just walking down the road could have a heap of trouble for all concerned.
Not again. He has procured a gift for you. He'd like to give you. He does not speak, but he wants to honor our meeting.
Then I present her the scroll. It's tied up with a little bow. You know.
Oh, she opens it up and says, "This is far too fine a gift. I cannot take accept such a
No. You have to refuse it 3 times. I understand.
This is
oh no.
This
it's
is
not.
I thank you very much."
I bowed
And
over.
she hands it to one of her assistants, who takes it with great reverence and moves it into the next room.
Now, what can we do to assist with these troubles?
I'm unsure. I was supposed to have a meeting with Kobe-sama around this time. She had been taking meetings and speaking with people at various tea houses near the keep over the past 15 hours. I know that she had spoke with several members of the Honorable Crane Champion's household. I also know that she spoke with members of the Kakita family, as well as members of the Daidoji family, and perhaps meetings with certain members of Mantis. I do not know what any of these conversations were about.
Sir, will you give me a Coke at the corner?
There should be 3 diets. I put 3 diets because I took out 3 beers. Can I grab me a couple, or 1 or 2 more?
Want to give me those 50s?
I got them. I got the empties.
No, one's still not
Oh,
empty.
one's not
I'm
empty.
drinking it.
You want me to take the other one?
That's fine.
Throw it in the thing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to like interrupt your thing. I was
No
going to
worries.
be quiet.
She was very busy. Unfortunately, I do not know the subject matter of what she was speaking. I have been expelled from the keep. However, I was able to regain entry as my location at the time of Kobe-sama's demise was well known and very public. So I do not need to worry about that. I'm off the list of suspects.
Are there many more Inukai in the town that could be suspected?
I have a few assistants who were about, but clearly none of us would ever consider harming in any way the daimyo of our daimyo.
I believe that we may know the subject that she was taking her meetings on.
And this was.
The mutilation of a peasant by the Crane Champion. We were brought to see this poor woman who had all of her limbs removed and was left alive. Her tongue was also removed by the Crane Champion, it seems, in jest, only to amuse himself. And for this crime, we did bring the daimyo and a few other of the samurai from the Crane clan to bear witness to her last statements and her accusations before we put her to rest. And the daimyo was one of those, and obviously the most powerful of the witnesses.
That would explain her meetings.
Yes.
She is, this surprises me, as she is a very discreet woman. And I would think that the subject matter that is so delicate would have only been broached with people with whom she had particular trust.
That's why it surprises me she was meeting with some of the Crane Champion's household.
Well, she and I have been discussing ways in which we can support your task. And she puts emphasis on your task. Mm-hmm. One of the avenues that both of us felt would bear the most fruit would be to discredit Domatai-sama in the eyes of his household and let justice unfold from there. both Kobe-sama and myself believe that that was the best way to leave the name and reputation of the Inukai unimpugned.
I was hoping that could be the result from this as well. But if we've lost our most powerful witness to the crime, although it is possible if the peasant woman had distinct markings and distinct signs on her wounds, showing possibility of the taint on her wounds. Stop it! We're doing so good. The corruption on her wounds. If
The marks of Jikoku.
the marks of
Goku?
Jigoku.
Goku? Let me
It's
find
fine.
that because
The
that
touch of the Shadow Realm. It's
Yes,
easier.
Yeah,
there.
it's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry.
It's all fine here.
she got some taint shadow.
God damn it, Steve. Jigoku.
Specifically, the touch of the taint on her wounds. Like the
Ew.
crane champion attacked and then teabagged.
That only happens in video games,
Yes,
God damn it.
that's what got me.
All right.
It's like that guy's a super bastard.
CA Dave cannot be a professional. I mean, seriously.
Listen here.
You can't blame them. I mean,
No,
come on.
Come on, it's funny. But
I'm going to make a game where the corruption is called the Gooch. Sorry.
But
Go ahead.
there were unique markings on her wounds. If the daimyo has similar markings, then we would know it was from the same weapon.
That would be a difficult thing to discern. To ask to see the man's sword in itself is inviting. It's a challenge. isn't
Yes.
it? And to suggest that he may have had something to do with this, especially from our family at this time, is probably a terrible misstep.
Yes.
I do think that that continuing the plan that Kobe-sama and I had developed would seem to be perhaps the best road ahead.
But if we were able, without accusation against him, if we were able to see her wounds, we would at least know whether it was he who laid the blow or whether it was another, just for our own planning moving forward.
We have been allowed back into the keep, and you three are permitted to enter the keep when you are under my invitation. You may not go unescorted.
Of course.
That has been put down by the daimyo of Murasaki Toshi. But if you would like, I can take you, perhaps, the shugenja of attending to Kobe's remains would permit you to present your last respects, if you would wish to do so.
It could prove useful.
Very well. We should probably do so soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Jikoku means Jigoku means Earth Prison.
Nice.
Well, whenever you are ready to return to the keep, we will.
Well, we can go now if you are ready. If you want to prepare, you perhaps
Should change. Yes.
That's right. I'm still in my fisherman garb.
Yeah.
Trust the Gordons, fishermen.
All right, so we'll go change.
Did you ever figure out how to cast Jade Strike?
Listen, here, We don't know how to spend experience yet. When we find out,
We might need it soon.
Should go up and change.
I have a
Yes.
thought. It's expensive, but I have a thought. If we can maybe make or find a jade crane that we can present to the champion, he would be forced to take it and touch it. Perhaps. And it would only be the polite thing to do as visiting Crane to meet the champion and meet him and give him a gift. If it's made of jade and he refuses to touch it. Or if he does.
it's not a bad idea.
He may just have a subservient take it in lieu of it, but he's not an emperor. He would still have to. There might still be some reactions, and you might be able to check what the commie have to say during all of that. But it's as expensive.
Yeah? Well, I don't think we have time to go shopping for it now.
No.
But let's go take care of this foul business with a corpse, and then we can consider our next steps.
We'll see what the commie have to say around it.
Yes. It'll be easy to detect if the wound is infected.
I know it's my job, but I should probably tell you as well. Be extra, extra careful, because there might just be some young hot bloods out there wanting to get an extra notch on their sword, taking down a crane. I will be extra vigilant, but don't just blunder off and down hallways without me. Thank you. Don't you hate it when sorcerers just blunder off
Just
down hallways?
stumbled in.
Listen, that's every sorcerer's given right. I think I'm going to put on my sacred robes. My Guy Fieri.
Okay, all right. The red ones?
Yes.
Okay.
But I shall adorn myself, like, with the Inukai blue
Okay.
headband and such. Since I haven't acquired Inukai sacred robes.
Just give me 1 second. I have a
worries.
little bit of pre-prep that I forgot to do earlier, and I'll do that now.
I'm up changing. I'm putting on the robes that we were given by while we were in the valley, and I'm getting
By your
lectured-
daimyo? And what was his name again?
or daimyo.
Or just,
Daimyo?
I can't see Dave through the microphone. I'm like, oh, there's
Uedo?
like an extra
Uedo.
blank.
Uedo-sama? Your daimyo?
Yeah.
Uedo the 23rd or something.
Great-grandson. Or
Uedo.
grandson or great-grandson?
All right.
I don't remember.
Anyway, while
Grandson
that's
or-
happening, Ghost Dad saying the contamination of the champion would not have happened if everyone were in their proper place guarding the realm. Return to your vigil on the wall as a proper crab before more corruption spreads. And so far, right now, it's Gen Human like rocking
Yes.
the dad in the chat room.
I think, like, over time, I think I would spend some time trying to communicate with the kami to see if they detect the presence of a spirit or something. Because I'm always, like, I'm, as a character, I would be fascinated. Because, like, you've talked about how you get these visions and you hear the voice of your father and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, we're aware that this happens to you, but I'm totally like, is it just a thing? Or is it
She fucking
a
And
thing?
Yeah.
And you were actually trained in a temple full of
Yeah, yeah.
supernatural
Yeah.
stuff.
Right, yeah,
full of-
yeah. So I
it's
would
not like the
totally-
supernatural world is completely a foreign thing to you and to
No.
me.
So I think I would spend time, I mean, not right this second.
Yeah.
But in general, when we have a minute, I will put down some dice about trying to detect.
Nice.
See if I can
Cool.
build like a Rokugani TKE meter.
Right.
PKE.
Yeah.
Maybe the machine's broken. It doesn't do anything. I mean,
So yeah, so I put my
Okay.
things on. I'm also going to check while they're up changing with Roke. Roke-sama, do you still have the package that I asked you to keep safe?
What was that package? I don't remember.
I'm gonna
This
tell
is
you.
GM.
Oh yeah, and it was my sacred armor.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm asking her to keep it because I'm not trusting it to be just like in a room or something
Okay.
right now.
Yes.
And when I thought we were going to die on the boat, I was hoping that it would be
Okay.
someone would have it.
Not lost at sea.
Yeah.
Right.
But I haven't brought that out. Yeah, I haven't brought it out, or it's just been my pack the whole time. And that's also why I sleep like this with it, like so to keep it safe. So I don't even know if you guys know I have it because I've never worn it or anything.
I have a set too that you've never seen.
Yeah.
Nope, I pawned it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I just took with her. And
Yes.
if you would continue to keep that safe, that would be most appreciated.
Of course.
I'm taking mine with me.
All right.
I'm probably going to need it.
All right.
Yeah, put it on, man. Get all
I don't
bedazzled.
know. It's considered sort of rude to walk in full war
No.
gear, isn't it?
No. I mean,
I don't know, in the Winter Court? Maybe.
That's kind of an out of character question because this is kind of a
I
thing.
think wearing armor
is
in
it
winter.
ceremonial or is, like
Mine
is
is
it
not.
fancy?
If your armor is ceremonial, like your armor has a historical
Yeah.
significance to it, that's a little different.
Mine
Yeah.
is actually very ornate, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you got like.
I don't
crazy
think it's
golden
ceremonial.
armor.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
if it's golden, then
Yeah,
maybe
it is.
not.
I don't think I
It
wrote it
might
down.
be like a little flashy. People would be like, dude, showing off.
Not
but
really
he's-
match because I've got like the bright red flames robe, and he's got the golden armor, and we walk in and just.
Yeah, I think
We have like a walking through an archway pose.
Like
Right.
like Dirk Diggler and what's his name in
Yes.
Boogie Nights.
Yes,
Yeah, I think it would.
just
I
like
would-
that.
I think it would depend on like the actual situation. If it was like, if it was a full ceremonial court and you were walking in full ceremonial armor, but if you're just like walking into court on a regular Tuesday in full ceremonial armor, it's probably a little odd.
Trying to find it. I thought I wrote it down. I should probably print it up to find out exactly what it said. I didn't even write down what page it was on. Bad.
James V says he thought that yours was ceremonial and functional, if he's remembering character creation right.
that's what. Yes, I thought something similar. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I picked one and you get to pick one, and I think mine was sturdy, and then you picked ornate.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
That's the way I thought it.
You can wear it then. If you want to wear it. It's still it's still kind of like a because it's
war gear.
it's war gear.
Yeah.
And this is not
Yeah.
a place for war. This is a place for
Yeah.
gentility.
Yeah. Like mine's like all ornate carved jade and stuff like that. So it'd be probably still wouldn't be super polite. But
Yeah, I'm not going to wear it. I think it's going to raise
Wear
more
it and try and
eyebrows
give him a hug.
than.
Oh, it's
not.
so good to meet you.
yeah, no. So I don't know if it would. I mean, I guess it depends on how corrupted he is. But if most of the corruption is still in his weapon, that wouldn't necessarily.
145.
All right.
Go ahead.
So all right. So
I'm not
we
going to
go
wear
to
it. I think
court.
it's too
Okay.
much. It's just asking for trouble. With a capital T.
So I'll come back downstairs.
Okay. All right. So you guys are ready to go. And she's
My robes are like perfectly tied. I've obviously spent some time. It's a little surprising.
I'd notice.
Yeah. Like the swords are like perfectly put in there. Hair's a little bit done. Very uncrab-like.
get the little flippies. All right. So you guys head out and you go up to the gate, and of course the guards there recognize Itube, bow to her, and the four of you are let in. When you walk inside, the keep inside this place is big. It is probably 8 or 10 times larger than Shiro Futsuka. Futsuka. There are 5 Shugenja temples set out. I mean, this is a big, huge, open, vast area. And there's a big castle in the middle, but you can see that there are temples. There's like a water kami temple and a fire kami temple and an earth kami temple, and they're sort of spread around. And you obviously realize that the other 2 are around the other side of the keep.
Very nice.
There are sort of guest houses, dozens of them, probably a dozen along each side, of this sort of circular area that's all walled off from the rest of the city, of course. You see a lot of samurai walking in formation behind people, going in various directions. At the keep itself, there are both Doji and Kakita standing guard outside, and there are basically groups of people who are politely waiting. So obviously, the champion. That's where the champion is holding his deal. She leads you, kind of veers off to one side, and there's these large, like 2-story structures that are basically for visiting emissaries. But there's also a lot of like tents put up because they're not used to having this many. I mean, obviously, they hold a winter court every year in Mitsubishi Toshi, but they're not used to having the Crane Champion here, which of course increases the number of people here by probably 2 or 3 times. So there's tents up in various places and stuff like that. But she leads you to the house, and you can see that there's like a little stovepipe coming off the top, and there's like white smoke coming off the top of it. And there's a banner outside that is the banner of the Asahina daimyo.
Does that mean they've chosen a new daimyo?
Like the Pope.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We can't tell, is it gray smoke or white smoke? We're watching the camera very closely. But I remember that in the late when John Paul II came in. That's like, did it change color? We can't tell. We don't know. Television cameras are kind of crappy right
Back
now.
then. Yes.
So as you're walking up, there is I don't know if any of you would recognize this dude. Let me check. I'm gonna say no unless someone insists that they would recognize. Anyone like really steeped in Crane culture?
Crane, no.
Okay, all right. So
Imperial culture, yes.
Someone super important is walking up, and has a train of probably 30. It's not the Crane Champion. You know that.
Mm-hmm. We've seen him.
Yes, you've seen him. It is the markings are Doji, and he walks up, and Itube very gracefully. I mean, she's kind of a little twitchy. You've noticed, but she very gracefully bows, goes down to her knees, and kowtows. As in this.
Yeah.
No, this is the whole thing.
I will copy that.
Okay.
Probably not as gracefully, but much more athletically.
Right.
I'll do the same.
Hit the ground like it's a burpee.
I follow suit.
Okay.
I take a little longer. Well, not because I have like sciatica, but because I have one arm. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
it's
yeah,
just not
that's
as
right.
graceful to get all the way down to your face. Oh, my.
And he says,
Every push-up's a one-arm push-up.
"Recover Itube-san. Recover Itube-san, please."
I'll
I
wait for her
stayed
to get
down,
up.
yeah, because he's told her
And
specifically.
she kind of looks back at you, and she's like,
Okay, and then we'll get it.
and she introduces. She says, "I would like to introduce the daimyo of the Doji family, Genai, also daimyo of Mitsubishi Toshi. He is our host."
Ah,
Genai. Genai.
Genai. Genai. No. This is Inukai Makiko, Inukai Kazuki, and Ichiro.
And I bow.
And he says, "Ah, I have gone to the White Ashen Stone many a time, and I must say that the Inukai hospitality is renowned, even in a city where my hospitality should be renowned."
well, I thank you for the great compliment. We are
I-
honored to visit your wonderful city. It is my first time.
Oh, it is. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Surprisingly, yes, because I went on a boat.
Indeed.
Yes.
Were you able to witness the races?
In fact, the three of us, along with the Yojimbo
Odie.
Odi, we won the race.
I did hear rumor that Crane won for the first time in 10 years. You do our clan proud. It is always the mantis. Always the mantis.
Yes, they seemed quite surprised.
Indeed.
The kami did favor us greatly. And I would point out, I've been to this city many times, and your hospitality is also of great renown, and it is why I first came to this city many years ago.
I do, and he says to Itube, he mentions a name. Akeha. He says, Akeha-sama has been wishing to speak with you, and I
How do you spell that?
Akeha.
Right on. I got it right.
Akeha. It's when you understand the pronunciation of the letters, it's really easy to spell words that you hear in Japanese. I promised him that if I saw you, that I would direct you to his apartment,
Domicile?
domicile. If you would do so post haste.
As you wish.
Oh, no, but he's seems to be like wanting to continue conversing.
Okay.
So she kind of looks at you warily, bows, and walks off.
Okay.
So,
And he kind of goes like this, and his retinue turns and takes about 20 steps away and is now facing the opposite direction. Would you walk with me?
would be an honor.
He walks. You're sort of headed back around behind the actual. There's the keep, and then there's the castle. In the keep, back behind the
Okay.
the castle.
Walk with me.
Stay a while and listen.
By the way, Ghost Dad's saying, the kami recognize you as crab, yet you still choose to ignore them, follow their urging, and return to your proper clan.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Stop it!
Stop it, I'm trying to
do
make a good
it.
impression. My friends are going to know you're here.
You're always scaring away my boyfriends.
Every first date is like
Right.
encountering large Mars.
Right.
I'm very glad to hear that. I was very glad to hear that the crab won the boating championship. I wish it had been Kakita. I will tell you honestly. However, that the crane did win it. To me, that is enough for now.
There's always next year.
Indeed, indeed. And I should hope that you would perhaps grace our fair city next year, perhaps earlier, where you can compete more than once.
Ah,
Yes, it was an unexpected addition to our visit here. In fact, we only were invited to participate the day before, in fact.
I see. This has been a dark time for us, as you may know. I spoke with Asahina Kobe-sama prior to her death. And she told me what I presume you had shown her. I have known her a long time. And hers is a reputation few would ever attempt to impugn. This information weighs heavily on my heart. However, I do believe in this situation that Kobe-sama brought about her own demise. She is too trusting of the samurai's sense of right and wrong, and does not understand the depth of duty that is instilled in many samurai. And now he's looking to see if any of you understand what he said.
I understand the heavy burden that family honor places on a person.
Indeed.
And the great lengths one would go to continue to have that honor or regain it once lost.
Is he saying that the palace has ears?
I think he's probably indicating that she talked to the wrong people.
I do not envy your position. And even being the daimyo of this city and host to the great clan champion, I do not believe I am in a very good position to help.
We are aware of how alone we are. But the fact that you even are aware of the situation is enough to help our morale, at least.
I'm going to get out my chalkboard, take it off my neck, and write. Perhaps you can help us. Can you tell us more about the Crane Champion, his likes and dislikes, his daily habits? Show it to him.
He has changed much in the past 2 years. In fact, he has changed much since he has made us allies of the Mantis and gone to war with Lion and Dragon. I can tell you of the man of the past. I am kept at such a distance today that I could barely venture to guess what the man is like now.
Does he have confidants? What's his daily routine?
Yes, he has advisors. He has his household that tend to him, and he has those who advise him. I can look up right now and tell you some of their names.
First of all, what's his name?
This guy's name?
No. The Crane Champion.
Domotai.
Domotai.
I didn't write it down. Demo.
Open the attachment. Give me 1 second.
Demotai's ties.
Doji Saido
Dojisaido.
is a courtier and is one of his advisors.
Male or female?
Male?
Okay. So I know who I'm looking for and I don't embarrass
Right.
myself.
Ghost Dad right now is saying, even the Crane Daimyo knows what needs to be done, but is afraid to do his proper duty. This clan is nothing but corrupt. Return to the only clan with the courage to do their duty properly. Crab. Damn.
Yeah, damn. Dad has the luxury of being dead.
Yeah,
he
Ghost
doesn't
Dad.
actually have to worry about like getting killed by a tainted weapon, so he can be all judgy and stuff.
Although he's giving up his place in the Celestial Order. There's that.
Doji Cruzado. Cruzado. He is the Domatai's younger brother. He is also his Yojimbo and one of his advisors. But I will tell you that he does not spend much time in the castle.
He's Yojimbo, and what else was the other one? He was a
Younger brother.
younger brother, Yojimbo, and
He's an advisor.
advisor. All right. Drinking and whoring?
Wow.
Question mark.
Perhaps. He also, it appears that he has been isolated. He is not given as much access to his brother as he once was.
Oh.
So perhaps the drinking and whoring is not necessarily the cause.
All right. Could be disgraceful.
Could be. So could hacking the limbs off of a peasant who's done nothing wrong.
It was incredibly gruesome. I have seen many things in my time. But
It can be argued a samurai can kill a peasant. They are just peasants. Anyway, erase that.
did you show that?
Yeah. Well, no. Because, no. Never mind. Do you want more of the... They're only...
I'll have one of those.
Yeah, here.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
There's actually, I mean, I was looking at the calorie count per gram. So,
terrible.
I mean, if you eat the whole package, it's probably not so bad, or not so good for you, but...
Cheese and prosciutto wrapped around
And
with
prosciutto
cheese.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
And Kakita Renshe. She's also been recently counseling the daimyo. In the past 2 years, she has come into favor over the daimyo's younger brother.
Interesting.
I'm going to write, do all these people stay within the palace other than the brother? Show it to him.
They all enjoy the hospitality of Murasubishi Toshi at various times.
Oh. Ghost Dad saw what you wrote on your whiteboard and erased it, even though you didn't show us. Tell the mute that his only redeeming feature is his voice. It remained behind to be reborn in its proper clan. Return to the crab where you belong.
Is that what? Tell him that my only redeeming quality is my
Yeah.
voice?
Because your voice stayed behind to stay in your proper clan you were born in.
Okay.
I'm not telling you that.
No.
I'm not saying that. What can you tell us about, obviously, the climate is tense in the court, but before this crime, what can you tell us?
Domotai has changed. Everyone is on edge, more so than they normally are during a winter court. I will tell you this.
Is there gossip about what has caused this change?
There is always gossip.
I'm going to write down, what are his symptoms? Is he erratic? Is he prone to rages? Is he... Show it to him. ...
He has been ever so slightly immoderate in his reaction to things that displease him. He's actually, you kind of notice he's now being a lot less frank
Yes.
than he was being previously. You also notice that what's her name is walking back up.
Ah, okay.
Itube.
YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
I see. Thank you.
And this tree, this peach blossom, was planted by my great-grandfather.
Ah,
And he goes on and on about
Right.
this tree.
it is a fine tree.
May I take a few leaves from your tree?
Of course, I would be honored.
Well,
And
thank
as Itube-san, I have made sure that none of your Inukai have assassinated any more nobles while they were here.
We're gonna play. I'm gonna play.
And she, and of course, she looks absolutely mortified.
She can never be so sure. You did have a whole retinue when we started talking.
Yes, that's true.
Speaking of which, I'm sure they tire looking away from me at this point.
Yes.
I shall return to them. Please enjoy my hospitality.
Well, thank you so much.
will.
Your kind attention will never be forgotten.
Yes. And we will be sure to come earlier next year, and perhaps we can give some pointers to other crane boats so that all the first, second, and third places may all go to crane next year.
Indeed. And next year, instead of taking a crab, bring a doji.
Ah,
Storms off.
Out of character, Doji or Akita?
It's a family. No, it's a family.
That's the-
It's
more
another
Crane family.
another
Yeah.
family in
Okay.
Crane. It's his family. What did you say to him? You didn't embarrass me, did you?
I don't believe so.
do not believe so.
I grin and nod.
I asked nicely if I could take some leaves from this peach blossom tree.
Oh,
He seemed quite favorable of that, and he was very interested in our race and that we could come earlier next year and assist other crane in winning.
until the unfortunate happenings yesterday and the demise of Kobe-sama, that was the talk of the court.
Yes. Well, perhaps he was just looking for a distraction away from the unfortunate news.
I grin and nod. So, dishonesty is one of my things, so we're not being totally dishonest, but I did nod, saying, yes, we embarrassed her.
Okay. To Kobe-sama's body.
Yes,
And she
Yes.
heads back.
it's not getting any fresher.
No. And you enter it's a temple, and there's Shugenja outside, and there's Shugenja inside, and there's praying going on, and there's burning of incenses and various things and herbs and such. And she kind of goes ahead of you and talks to someone in a hushed tone, and they bring you in to see the body. She stays outside.
Yeah.
But you're basically escorted by two Shugenja
Yeah.
who bring you in to where the body is.
I'm going to, like, without touching it, because touching the body's bad, going to look and see the way I did on the peasant and see if I see the same, like, I think it was like scorch marks.
What did you do that with? Do you remember?
I think it was an earth roll because I had a bunch of earth.
So it was Earth?
Earth? Because it has to do with the.
Was it
The
theology?
corruption.
Was it?
We still have help a player dice, too, by the way.
Earth
Yeah.
medicine or earth?
Oh no, it was earth martial arts melee.
Oh, right, because your melee is off the charts.
Because you had said because it was knowledge of what. Because I had looked to see if it was a katana mark or was it void martial arts. I don't remember which.
It was void.
Okay.
It was void martial arts.
Okay.
It would
You
have
give
to
me
be
one more
void.
of
It
the-
would have to be void.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay, because I got lots of void from fortune telling too. So. Oh no! I'll reroll that one since it was. Oh, damn it! I like that one better. Okay.
It still has a. Still has a nutsack
Yeah,
on it.
but I have a triple, and so this a single.
Those are
and-
both just successes, right?
This
the
is a
triple
triple
is the-
success.
Oh, it's the three. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So I'll take that strife
The
though.
swarming zygotes.
All right, so you're taking those. You keep three.
So I'm keeping three
keep
successes,
And
Re-roll
and
that
then
one.
re-roll that one.
Do you want to keep it?
It's blank. So
You can keep it or not keep it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So you
it's-
got three
three
successes,
successes
and
and one
strife.
strife. So
Yes.
it is the same weapon.
Her head has been basically set about where it would normally be before it's still attached to her neck stake. And sorry, it's my new favorite term. And you're still sensing that sort of unease, that it makes you sort of feel uneasy. You're familiar with this feeling because you're a crab.
I'm going to come over quietly. It was for the same weapon. And this body is corrupted. I don't know how.
One of the two Shugenjas says, yes, we know this.
Excellent.
Very good.
Very well.
That was going to be my next.
Yeah, it's like,
Question
how
is, like,
do we bring
maybe-
that up to the Shugenja without dishonoring everybody?
Remember, everyone you die in Rokugan, you get burned.
Right.
Right. You don't leave body.
But
Right.
they take special steps.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's also,
Like, biocontainment issues.
Exactly. Right.
So as long as they're aware of that, cool.
yeah.
I'm not worried.
Out of characters, the biocontainment's going to be the peasants that wash the body get executed. You know that, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But that's their job. Like that's
Right, okay.
better than having all of the Shugenja of the town infected.
Yeah.
Very true.
All right, so we go back out and meet our escort.
Itube.
Itube, yes.
She walks up.
We'll
and
give
she's
you
like- and she leads you out of the place. And it starts heading for the exit.
I want to do a notice roll, but I don't know what that is. So let me see
What are you
here.
trying to notice.
If anybody's following us or took any interest in our appearance.
I'm looking right now. Is this all the skills on the character sheet? That's all the skills that exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be skullduggery.
I think it would be skullduggery.
Okay, or
I think skullduggery.
you're the boss.
You're trying to skulldug a skulldugger. Right?
Sure, if that's what you want. What would
And
I have to roll? So where is
You
that? I
are
can't even
going
find
to
it.
roll.
Is that under
I'm looking.
Social?
I have to tell you what ring.
right?
And I'm looking right now to figure out. Water. Water is perceptive.
We love water. Water is so good.
Water's the poo.
Water is the poo. So water and what? Just water and
Water
skullduggery
and
skill,
skullduggery.
which I don't have. So it's just water. Let's see here. I have an explosive. And
You got nuts. Yeah, explosive at opportunity. And what's that other thing there? The
That's
nutsack?
Yeah, strife.
Okay. So if you want a success, you automatically get one success and potentially can get more, but you have to take that strife. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I'll take it again.
Okay. No. Roll
That one.
That one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. That was just an opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So you got two opportunities of success. If you want to, obviously you want to keep the extra opportunity.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does perception do anything with opportunity?
I don't know. That's a really
I'm just
good
curious.
question.
There might be some specific stuff that it does. I don't know. Where are skills?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
Looking very quickly. Oh, I found them. I found them.
79.
I found them.
Okay, I'm adding one more strife to my 3.
So
I'm up to 4.
starting around page 80, and this would be not social. What section
No,
was
it's
it?
under trade.
Oh, it's the low skills. They used to be called low skills in the old book. I'm sure they're last, right? Trade skills. Skull. Seafaring. Skullduggery. You're doing the air, picking someone's pocket, shadow, a mark without being noticed, organized.
You did water.
Water. I'm sorry. Finding offense to someone, determining how to break into security. Okay. It doesn't really say anything specifically, but you wanted to know if you were being followed.
I want to know if anybody was taking undue interest in us while we were there, and then if we were being watched or followed. Yes.
Yes, there is someone. This is someone who is Crane, someone who is Doji, appears to be Doji, who is Ibushi, and they're basically, there's groups of people standing around to go see the champion, and you see they're all basically talking amongst each other, kind of passing the time. But you do see like one dude in like the third group out from the
Detach
from
himself.
the line. No, he's not detached. No, he's just watching you. He's not following. He's watching.
I'll make sure I get a good description of the man in my head. And what does he seem to be wearing? Is he samurai, bushi?
He's a bushi.
And does he seem to be well kept and well dressed, or is he
well,
looks like he's been on the road?
Everyone here is dressed nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dressed nice. I mean, you can't really tell.
I roll
where
well
he-
enough. You can tell me anything that's interesting. Is there anything interesting?
He's taking an undue interest in you. I mean,
see.
there are people talking to him, and he is ignoring them and looking at you,
Can I
which
see?
is generally not something
Yes.
considered polite.
No. And can I see at a quick glance if his weapons are well worn or well?
Oh, you're a little
or too
You're a
ornamental.
little far. You're a
Okay.
little far.
Fair enough.
But it does. His weapons are definitely not ornamental. They look to be functional.
And approximate age?
Young.
How old's the current champion?
Probably 30s.
So if his brother was younger, his brother would be in his.
This is definitely not. This guy is not dressed well enough to be the champion's brother.
All right.
This is not.
He's also
champion.
waiting in line.
He's also waiting in line.
Yeah.
Yes. And the champion's brother is out whoring and drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as you,
As far as I.
I'm probably
as far
not
as-
waiting in line for that.
and probably not waiting in line for that either, because he's the champion's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make those the quick notice. Hopefully, he didn't notice me noticing him. He says, putting ideas in the
That
team's head.
might-
When will I learn?
That might be an interesting.
The chat room answered your question. Is he dressed well? He's Crane.
Wow, wow, wow! I'm going to take those two. Holy metric! What is the yellow explodey things? Those are opportunities. Okay.
He noticed you.
Not only did he notice that you were looking at him, but the two of you lock eyes.
Oh,
He gives you that nod. The man nod.
that one, that
No,
upward
he gives you
nod.
this one.
Oh.
And he's giving you his steely gaze.
I'll smile and wave at him.
Of course, his hand is resting upon his
Yeah.
katana.
All right. Well, I've already taken note of him, and as we leave, or after we leave the place, someone there has taken a disliking to us, and I'll sort of describe him quickly. Third in line, dark hair, brown eyes.
Wearing a
5'30",
kimono.
wearing a kimono.
Carries a sword.
This is not as easy as
Has a
it
top
looks.
knot. White hair.
Well,
Wears a shirt.
where's a shirt?
No, he's
A little overweight with a goatee. Like everyone
Exactly.
at
like everyone in Paris. Oh, you can't miss him. He's got
Or the
brown hair.
gaming convention. He's a bald one with the goatee and the shirt.
Usually wears funny shirts.
He had some dice.
Yeah. With the backpack. The one with the backpack.
That had pins on it.
Yeah.
I want some Pocky.
Okay.
Don't bogart the Pocky.
I'm not. I put it in
brought
the
2
middle.
boxes of Pocky. That's chocolate banana,
With banana.
I don't want that one.
right?
Yeah, so just don't be your usual self and look over your shoulder once or twice.
Oh, all right. And I look over my shoulder immediately.
You see him.
Oh, did he
You
come
see,
out?
no, he's still. You're walking through the gates are open. You're walking out and you're walking down the road, and you can see that there's a dude sticking out. Everyone else is kind of, and he's still looking at you guys.
Oh,
That is banana.
right? I was shocked at how banana either.
Not sure you like it? You're making the face.
I like banana, and that's a lot of banana.
It's almost like that banana liqueur without the alcohol flavor.
Yes. It
It's
reminds
like banana
me
concentrated.
if you were to take bananas and just take the flavor out of them and leave all the starch and just eat the flavor.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of like the banana pudding with the Nilla wafer lining that grandmothers used to make. Yeah.
Oh, so it's banana Nilla wafer. That might be a selling point.
They're not bad.
I won. It's not
You
just
gotta like banana.
Yeah. I like banana flavor more than I like bananas. Bananas.
So we leave after you guys mad dog the dude.
You should probably let her know.
So there seems to be a doji back there that's taken an interest in our little group.
Don't look at him. Did you look at him?
Yeah,
I nod and sigh.
Did both of you look at him?
He spotted him. He told me I looked.
Yeah,
He was still
let's
there.
not look anymore. Just let's go.
He's right there.
No, I'm not looking. Like I pretend like I don't even like.
Okay, but yeah, he's.
I can't believe you looked at him. All right.
Itube
His
says
his outfit wasn't as nice as yours.
Was Itube with us?
she has been,
She's leaving us. She's leading us out.
Yeah.
and now she's saying I must. There's some people I must speak with.
Ask her who that is.
Do you happen to know who that guy back there is? Give him the side eye. He's a doji, younger guy.
I do not. He's no offense. He is no one of importance.
He was giving us the angry frown.
There are some who
When there's a target on our back, everyone's important.
There are some who it is considered common knowledge that someone in the Inukai was responsible for the death of the Asahina daimyo.
Yes, the fact that we are here is enough for those who may be looking to impress others to take some action.
Yes. I would expect that in the next day or so you will find confrontation.
I would also suggest that perhaps no one go off on their own for a bit until this simmers down a little.
Well, if you will lead me to the White Ashen Stone, I will recover my Yojimbo.
Yes. We do that.
And you walk there, basically in silence. Her Yojimbo looks like he's 19.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks like he's kind of might be a badass.
He knows what he's about.
Yeah. He kind of has a swagger to him, but not the swagger of a typical 19-year-old. He kind of has the swagger of someone coming back from years and years of war.
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
That's Allie singing.
Ah, okay.
I scared the crap out of her when I went in there to go to the bathroom. Because she was like recording herself with her iPad, and she was
On
like,
the piano?
Yeah, and she's like singing at the top of her lungs with her eyes closed. So I stood like right behind her. And then
Did you get in the shot?
I don't know if she was actually recording, but I was just suddenly like she opened her eyes and looked at the iPad, and like suddenly I was there behind her. She was like, ah!
That is creepy. It's all of a sudden it's a ghost.
I just took a selfie of myself, and there's someone behind me.
That's exactly. And she's like, "Oh my god, I was just yelling at my dog. It was fine." I'm like, "No, Allie, you were singing." She's like, "Yeah."
Was she playing the piano while she was singing?
No, at this point she was just like
Okay.
yell, like full volume, belting it at the top of her lungs. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm channeling Ghost at the channel says. But
That needs to be a movie, doesn't it?
These bananas
Ghost Dad, the
are
movie?
really
No, selfie,
addictive.
Right?
selfie, yeah.
Selfie where like people are taking selfies and like ghosts appear behind them and shit.
Well, they
needs
just
to be a
did.
thing.
$1 million idea.
What's the movie they just filmed all on iPhones?
Yeah. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie they filmed all on iPhones.
Looks like shit. Is that what it's called?
No, it doesn't actually.
And,
No.
and
My iPhone has a big like dead spot in the camera.
What did
I
you do
bought
to
it with I bought it with it.
Oh, well, you should have taken.
is that
it
why
back.
you bought it?
I didn't notice it for the first 2 years I had the camera
well, that's your fault.
until you zoom in and there's like this diamond-shaped dead spot, and I'm like, huh. And I go back all the way to the very beginning of my pictures, and I zoom in. I'm like, holy fuck! It's in it's invisible if you don't zoom in.
Oh.
But if you zoom in like 50% or so, suddenly you'll see this little speck.
And there's like a dead spot.
There's
on
a
the seam.
There's
movie-
a dead spot on the.
There's a movie that just got released. I think it's called Car Wreck or Car Chase or whatever, and it's basically all the dash cam videos of the crazy Russian drivers.
Oh, those are.
And yeah,
They're
somebody
amazing.
compiled a whole movie of them
Wow.
that you can go pay and watch and see.
Like tells a story.
I think, yeah. I think apparently
That's
there's a loose
amazing.
story that hangs around the whole thing. I think. But yeah, so if they can do that, your cell phone thing, we can pitch that to FX, or they make all those cheap horror movies, Sharknado. It's in.
I agree.
Tell Sam.
I'm sure somebody's done that. There's no way nobody's done that.
You know
I've
what?
seen a short film with it
Yeah.
already.
You have it?
Yeah.
With-
There's a short film where there's this woman and she's taking a picture of herself, and then there's like a shape behind her. Then she looks
And there's nothing
back,
there, right?
and then she takes another picture and it's still there, and she's like, "What the heck?" And then she takes another picture and it's gone, but then she turns a little bit and takes another picture, and it's like this horrible demon face, like right behind her.
Ah! You should next time you print one of these, erase that, and it could be Stu.
Right.
Right.
You get rid of the hair.
Get rid of the hair. See.
We should probably hold it up now that you're talking about it, so people. It's an.
See, it's a bottle opener that Kadave
did. Yeah.
3D printed,
Nice.
and it apparently works.
Yeah, it's opened 3 beers so far.
All right, sorry. Carry
It's
on.
fine.
You're back at Marissa Bishitoshi, and what's her name leaves with her cocksure.
The oak
Yojimbo.
White
ashen
ashen
stone.
stone.
White ashen stone.
White Ashton Stone, sorry.
Is he one of the crane that trained on the wall? I forget what group that is. That is the.
He's a new guy.
Okay.
The guy Mad Dogging us?
No.
No.
Her Yojimbo.
Oh,
Yojimbo.
yeah, okay, all right. Okay. Cool enough.
I just wondered. You said he was like Dodoji is what they are. Sorry. I was just wondering
No, he's Inukai, so
because
he's.
you said he was like badass. Like you've
Asahina.
seen some things. So it's like,
Oh, it looks like he has. It looks like he has.
Yeah.
But he's young. I mean, he looks like he's maybe 19.
yeah.
But and you can tell when you see him, he's carrying himself as someone who's seen a lot of combat.
He's got the 1,000-yard stare.
No, he doesn't have. He hasn't been scarred by it yet.
He's
But
got
he's-
the easy stance of somebody that's seen fights.
Yes.
Yeah, and
One.
knows how to handle it.
You can tell he's never fully at ease.
Can I tell by the way he moves what style he fights in? I'm going to make a roll. How's that?
Sure.
What would that be? A water roll for a water plus
Water martial arts.
water
Yes.
martial arts?
Yes.
So that's oh, I get to roll one of these this time.
One success
And a strike.
with a strife. And an
You wanna take-
opportunity.
or
with a
I'm not going to take any of them
You can do that.
because I can't afford the strife right now because I have to take 2, right?
No, you
no.
just take one.
You can take just one and
You can
get
take
one
just one.
strife and a success.
Nah, it's not that important.
Or you can just take the blank ones.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, can I take the blank ones? Yeah, I'll take the blank ones. So,
I keep offering that, and no one ever takes them.
all right, I just took them. I took the blank ones.
Right, you're not sure.
You have no idea.
There,
Yeah.
we've checked that box now. Okay, fair
He's
enough.
just some guy, you know. So she leaves with her Yojimbo, and
Okay.
you were there, and I'll get the
Roke?
names. Roke. It's sort of like the Inukai table is still empty, and she's sort of
I'll go sit there.
okay. Because no one's been sitting there since like last night.
I'll go flounce down, but in a place where I can keep an eye on the door.
Okay.
I'll give her the leaves I took from the peach tree, and I'll ask her to hang them over the fire to dry.
Of course.
Did you ask the commie while we were there what was going on?
I did not. It seemed a conclusive investigation was completed, and the Shugenja there had already acknowledged a foul
We
touch.
need eyes in that castle. If you can get the commie to cooperate, we might be able to know more about his comings and goings and what he's doing. I can't think of no other way for us to infiltrate the castle without being dishonorable, other than having the kami give us advice. If you can,
I can try.
that's all I can ask. But
In
that's
a-
all I can think of is we need to know what's going on, and we need to figure out where he can be so we can deal
in a
with him.
busy place with the concentration of
You're saying this?
magic.
I want to see this.
I'll say it. I'm saying it. I generally like.
I know
99%
exactly.
of
I
the
was
time-
raised in the same temple. I know exactly how the kami are. But we need to do something.
Yeah.
Should I leave the two of you alone?
He's asking me to use the spirits to see if we can keep an eye on the goings on at the keep.
I nod.
champion.
I nod sagely.
Well, don't you think that? I mean, won't the other Shugenja at the temple be aware and looking for such things?
He might.
And there were many there. The fact that there were 5 separate Shugenja temples means that there are
I'm
many.
gonna write down. Of the people in his inner circle, none were Shugenja. And I'll show it to her.
Right, but that doesn't mean that there are no Shugenja at court looking for other Shugenja spy or for kami spies. Plus,
Kami spies.
from what I know very little, but
The kami wouldn't be. They're just going to report what they see. The kami aren't really. Explain it to her.
No, I agree.
No, they just would tell you what's going on. They're not going to be like in our employ. They're not like race spies. Race. They're just going to tell you what they see. It's nothing. They wouldn't see anything wrong with it.
so what did you end up with on your board? Because
That's what. Well, no, I'm writing this and showing it to him in erasing,
They
and
would-
writing and showing and erasing.
Well, you don't have to write for me. You can just do. Yours.
Well, okay, writing and showing.
All right. My fingers are on fire.
Chalk dust everywhere.
well, I don't
Luckily, it's just kanji.
know a lot about
The
the kami, but from what I do know of air kami, probably not going to get a lot of reliable information from them.
Well, I think there is some information that could be had that way. But I think it's better if we have something very specific that we want them to look for. Because asking for just a general, what's going on over there, we'll get like, oh, well, there's some crickets. And they've made a nest.
We like the nest of crickets. They make pretty noises.
That's all I ask. You're the expert. You figure it out.
Yeah.
I show it to her.
I think once we
I'm
have
not the
a more,
expert. Why
we
are
have some
you
more
saying
direction.
that I'm the expert?
He's saying I'm the
I'm gonna-
expert.
Well, why did he show it to
Signal
me?
for tea.
He's trying to include you in the conversation. He's just being polite. This is him being polite.
Mm-hmm.
The chalkboard's very confusing.
But
You see me trying.
yes, you're trying. I appreciate it. But
Oh,
I
you're
think-
trying.
I think until we have something more concrete that we're looking for, I don't want to use that card. I don't want to use that chance. Because if someone does notice something going on, we're only going to get one shot at it.
I agree.
Rather than have a well-meaning Shugenja that lives or works at the temples there stumble upon Kami behaving strangely and then bring that up as something and then increase security around the whole keep. Let's play that one close to the chest until we need it.
Part of me, I'll write this down so you can see it too. I'll put it down on the table. Part of me thinks we should make his life so difficult he has to confront us. We need to get him out and away, and we need to try to find out reasons to embarrass him.
Well, but if we are the people that specifically do it, he will come out and kill us.
He will try. He will try. That will be an incident.
He is the champion of the Crane clan.
Yes.
Clearly a little above our weight class.
Yes. But he would have to come up with reasons to attack us as Crane.
He's the champion. He could just declare that we have committed some act.
Yes. Perhaps even our sacrifice would be cause enough for others to take effect. The point is, we need to put him into a position.
That's a lot of writing.
It is. I'm erasing as I'm going.
Okay.
We need to put him in a position.
I'm just like pointing it out because this is like your dissed that you picked.
It is. But that's why I'm writing.
But we are sitting around a table.
Okay.
Yes. That's
We
why
have
I put it
time.
down.
Like this is taking a while.
Okay.
And it's kanji, which is words, not just letters. We need to put him in a position where he has to make a terrible choice in public. I'm not saying we come out of this alive. That's not really our mission. Our mission is to take him out.
Yes.
You guys, we're going to have a flashback scene.
Ooh.
We're going to flash back to when you first were having your conversation with Uedo along the lake.
This means we forgot something important.
Uh-oh.
However it happens is unimportant, but the delicacy of this matter cannot be overstated. We are Crane. If we are seen as disloyal to the clan, they will turn against us and the Emperor's plan will be put asunder. Blame must not fall on the Inukai. We have far more to do in service to the Emperor. Even if you must flee in the dead of night, you must return here, for I fear I may need your services again.
So we can die.
That. I open my mouth and it's the voice of Uedo from the past.
I don't want to die, but to succeed in the mission, we may have to sacrifice ourselves. I'm saying we need to draw him out.
Well,
I'm going to go find another piece of chalk because this is like this small right
Down
now.
to the nubbins.
It's like every so often your fingernail.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't write anymore. I can't write anymore.
You
That's
know
it. Now I go.
what weirds me out? The sound doesn't bother me
No.
at all.
It's the
It's
chalk,
the idea
yeah.
of the feeling
Yes,
of it under
absolutely.
my nails that I'm just like, gross.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's all kinds of stuff with certain frequencies of noises and people and having almost like rage reactions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else want anything while I'm up?
I'm an embarrassed.
I think
only one of those left.
Oh, just give me a regular 805 is fine.
I think. Oh, I'm sorry. You were just starting.
I think embarrassing him is not enough. While it is the way to take him out of the equation, we must also find a way to take the sword out of the equation. For even if it is removed from his possession, it will corrupt any who wield it.
And I write simply with the last bit of chalk, duel.
Dual. What does he mean by dual?
Or, I'm sorry, it's a Ayujitsu.
No, I know. I mean,
No, I think that's a last case resort.
well, and still, it does not mean that we would get the sword.
No, in fact, us dying to the sword compounds the problem because then we can no longer continue in further missions at the behest of the Emperor.
I'm out of chalk.
I think the first thing we should consider is perhaps a little later this evening we should go visit some of the houses of ill repute in search of Kasudo, the younger brother of the champion,
Yeah, Kasudo.
and see if perhaps he has anything he would like to say. After we give him
Kurosado?
What was it, Kurosado? You said
I got
both he and I both
Kosudo.
brought down Kosodo.
Let me look. Yeah,
K-O-S.
Kurosado. K-U-R-O Sado.
Okay.
K-U-R-O.
Kurosado.
K-U-R.
All right.
Kurosado.
K-U-R-S-D-O?
K-U-R-O-S-A-D-O. Kurosado.
Kurosado.
I agree. The fact that he's fallen out of favor with his brother may mean that he
Seems like it might be the only in we have
Yeah.
to his inner circle.
and he may not like what's happening to his brother.
And if we give him a little bit of time to enjoy himself this evening and approach him when he is a little less on guard.
And a little more sated.
Yes, well, and a little perhaps more inebriated.
Right.
We might have a better chance of broaching the subject without him resorting to violence.
I'm going to look at you and say, I still think if the sword is cursed, the kami are going to know.
Well, no.
If we can get the kami on our side.
Well, the kami don't care about the curse. They go on with or without it wandering the earth.
It's the shadow taint. They don't want it there.
The kami
It's
don't
gonna disrupt
mind.
everything. Do the kami mind? I think they would.
I was always
that's
more under
actually
the
a bit past
impression
my
that
purview.
they're really kind of impassive to that.
Well, there was that one situation in the preview that you guys wouldn't know anything about because you weren't there, where there was an entire castle where there were no kami in it at all.
Super creepy.
Right.
Why that was, you may not know.
We never know. We never did find that out. In fact, those
We
people
did,
are
didn't
still
we?
sitting on that island.
But that was a
waiting
different
to
game.
get
That
into
was the
monster.
second game.
But it's the same island.
Yeah, same island.
Death Island.
And in fact, when our second group came back, the kami were back.
That's right. Yes, they were.
Well, I'm hungry. I believe I'll eat something.
Okay. All right.
Excellent plan.
Since we have to pass some time.
I'm going to keep looking at the door, waiting for that guy to show up.
Odie?
No,
No.
the one that was
The
in line.
Mad
Mad
Dog.
Dog.
guy.
Okay. All right.
Mad Dog Doji.
Mad Dog Doji, right? They bring you a platter of fish art, which is various kinds of fish in various colors that are laid out in almost like a mosaic.
I will take a minute to appreciate that before I eat it.
Does it look similar to the gift that Kami left us on the beach?
You can see that there's certain, like, what's the term I'm looking for? Tropes of certain pattern types. You can see some similarities to it.
I don't tell anybody. I just noticed
Okay.
that nod knowing, like,
I'm going to take a moment
must be a mantis chef.
and do some fortune reading
All right.
because I'm every moment.
Whoa.
There's a success. I'll take this one.
You can just take one die. You don't have to take two.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can always take less, yes.
I'll take that one though because I get to re-roll it. Yep. 3 success and 1 strife. But I get to lose 3 strife.
What skill is this?
Fortune telling.
I want to look at something because I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Very quickly.
We came up with survival and void. That's what we made up. I don't know if it actually said that.
What section does that come under?
It was
It's
in
probably around page 67.
yeah.
There's another thing if you're going to be looking these up, because it occurred to me, I was going to bring it up off camera later, but while you're looking it up, buying a gift gives me a chance to get rid of strife. Does giving the same gift also give me
No.
that chance?
Just
But
the
it's
buying.
one or the
Different.
other. You don't get both.
I think it's just the
Procuring
I think
the
it's
gift.
yeah.
It's procuring the gift.
I believe so.
Well, that's a good question though. Does he get it if he doesn't give the gift? Does he lose the strife if he
Right.
just buys it and doesn't give it?
It depends. Depends on your character. What is it? What is it scratching for your character? What?
Well,
itch for your character?
generosity.
It's called generosity, and it's pretty much open-ended that way. I know what you're saying.
So
It
I would
might be-
assume
it
if you
might be
don't
a-
follow through, then you wouldn't lose the strife.
Right.
Because generosity, like, oh yeah, I bought this great gift for you, but
No.
fuck you, I'm going to keep it in my backpack.
I only ask because mechanically there was the choice between buying it and then maybe it's making it. So you could either make
Oh,
it
yeah,
or buy
that might
it.
be. That might be.
Well, yeah, it was like buying it in the market or like choosing it, or choosing something that matches someone's wardrobe.
Right.
Yeah.
Was the other option.
Oh, wow.
What? No. What skill am I telling you to use?
Fortune telling?
The fortune telling is
Survival void.
Yeah, you told me survival was the trait. There's the skill because I
page
was seeing
67?
how we'd survive.
Oh, that might change though, depending on
Oh.
when you do it. Then.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That check looked for small omens in your earthly
Oh, it
environment
says
or
survival void.
theology void to check to perform divination by reading the stars.
Okay.
So I'd assume probably like
So, yeah,
the theology void would be more overarching things.
Yeah.
And
Am I on my true path in life? No, my dad was like, "Fuck you, though." So yeah, because I've mostly
are you
been
just
checking
pulling
to
them
be
out at
like,
the table? Pulling
Huh?
out your dice at the table?
yeah,
Cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you
Look
the
at me.
Professor X.
Yeah.
This to check it out
Yeah.
as you're doing it.
I mean, it's just dice. Like, there's not like I don't think there's.
I
Any
don't
magic
know.
involved.
Any chance
Yeah.
I get, I'm
No,
gonna try
but they
and
have
detect.
inscrutable symbols on
No,
them.
yeah, no, 100%. But it's not like a superpower of mine. Like it's literally just like
Yeah.
weird dice.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
You are still the dice are still foretelling danger,
Danger.
and also you got 3 successes,
Yes.
and also a sacrifice, and that's it.
Okay. Ghost Dad, it's like, once more you listen to those dead communist bone cubes instead of your training as a samurai. Your crap training would lead you true. Just gonna like hold them and just like rub them in my hands while I drink my tea.
Okay.
Actually, it's evening, so I'm probably ordering beer.
Right, and they also bring you guys fish art.
Okay. Brilliant.
Fish art.
Yeah. And they're all different. Each one is a different scene. Some of them are like seascapes with a boat and stuff. Some of them are like underwater scenes with
Is that
like
a thing?
Yeah.
When you open up your restaurant, you should have fish art and neck steaks.
And neck steaks.
Ew.
Everybody loves neck steak. It's all sinewy.
Make the best neck steak this side of the Pecos.
Okay.
The dice are for tilling still danger and a sacrifice of some type.
That's not a wonderful combination.
No. Earlier it was saying that there was danger to us and another, which might be Odie. We have not seen him in many hours. I hope he returns soon.
I think of all the people we've met in this town, he's probably the most equipped to take care of himself. So,
All right. So what else do you guys eat? And
just pass time until it gets
it's nightfall.
Okay.
until it gets like into the night.
Okay.
Where
all
we
right.
think it
So like
brother might be.
a few hours after
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, like after somebody would have plenty of time to have gotten snookered.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then I guess I'll talk to Roque. Like, if one were to be seeking quality companionship in this city, where would one go?
Now you realize she is older.
Sure.
She has almost a regal air to her, because her great grandmother was a lion courtier, and she's a little proper.
Well, I understand,
Okay.
but she's also the manager of an establishment in town.
A respectable establishment, of course.
Yes, but she would know where disrespectable establishments are.
She might.
So I'm going to ask her politely, and I'll make it clear that it's not for me, but we seek someone that would visit somewhere like that.
I'm not going to be anywhere near him when he asks her this.
I have to be.
Well, like, it's in the rent. You could be at the table, and
I'm
I'd be over there
upstairs getting
talking
my
to-
stuff. The minute he's like, I'm going to ask her, I'm like, I'm out.
Screw you guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Maddie.
So I'm sorry to be so uncouth. However, it's important that we find someone that would visit an establishment not nearly as polite as the White Ashen Stone. And I would beg your expertise in knowledge of the city.
Oh. I want your expertise in fighting hookers. No offense.
It's not for me, it's for a friend.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
No, it's for a friend, which is totally what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Got some kisses?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can also have some chocolate.
There are many such places in the city. Most of them are near the docks.
And if one were to seek somewhere that was less fishy,
There are 2 establishments that I can think of.
that would be most helpful to know of their locations.
Do you like your women thin or round?
I don't know.
I look at him with an eyebrow. Yeah.
If it were for me, I could answer the question, but I do not know the preferences of the person we seek.
I make eye contact with who anyway.
And she gives you the name.
Oh wait, I can't. That's dishonest anyway.
She gives you the names of 2 establishments. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Chat room, come up with the names of the 2 great, not whorehouses, but it should be establishments.
House of ill repute.
House of ill repute.
The Concealed Carrot.
Yes.
The Scabbard.
The Scabbard.
Do they have carrots in?
Why wouldn't they have root
I don't
vegetables?
know. They have root vegetables. They have daikons, don't they?
No, but they have carrots in Americanized ramen. I've never been to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
At sushi restaurants, they sell something that looks like a carrot, but it's very crunchy but pliable.
Daikon?
It's not daikon. Daikon is
radish kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
This, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a carrot that's been pickled.
Parsnip?
It's orange. It's orange like a carrot.
The hidden mackerel.
The hidden mackerel.
Is that what they just said?
No. They said...
It's not very hidden, is it?
No yen, no kami.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Jade Scepter.
Nice.
See, the chat room always comes through. We'll go with that.
Scepter is so good.
The Jade Scepter.
Sign of the White Wing.
Sounds very nice.
The Jade Scepter.
I'm writing these in. So the Jade Scepter's 1.
Less
wards off the
fishy.
taint.
The Restful Lotus.
There you go.
There you go.
Very nice.
All right.
I like the Restful Lotus.
The pink lotus.
The Pink Lotus. All right.
The Jade Scepter and the Pink Lotus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Those
go.
are the 2. Well, we'll be off. Thank you again. Hopefully we'll return with better news.
Well, at least you should return refreshed.
I am perfectly refreshed by this wonderful establishment. If only all people could see how nice it is to be respectable.
Yeah, no yen, no kami is probably more near the docks. Yes,
Yeah.
you're correct.
Yes. It'd have to be no koku no kami.
Well, I don't know if you listened to the when you
No
uploaded
yen, no
it,
taint.
When we were playing Jason's Demigods game. I asked the chat room to give me the name of the pot shop because my
Oh yes,
made it
yeah.
and they came up with From On High because he's
perfect.
He's
What, it came up with what?
From On High. It's the pot shop.
Right.
He's a demigod.
Right.
Perfect name.
Yeah. They came up with a bunch of amazing names.
They did.
The House of Hidden Delights, that would probably be a more traditional name for this.
The Pink Lotus.
It might be Pickled Carrot. Although that might be from a previous conversation.
Oh, all
I
right.
think that's, you were talking about
That's
what you
the
were, yeah.
That would be a good name for a brothel.
It might be pickled carrots.
Pickled Carrot.
Might be pickled carrot.
The pickled
With a
carrot.
question mark? It might be pickled carrot?
So are you going to go to the Pink Lotus or the Jade Scepter? Which one do you want
The
to
Jade
head to?
Scepter first.
The
for
Jade
sure.
Scepter first. All right.
I'm going to make sure that I'm wearing not full armor, but like chill armor, like
Chill armor.
Just
Like-
fly casual?
yeah, like casual.
Casual combat armor?
Like if we were gonna not full armor, but like if you were going to go training or something like that, something so
Right.
there's a little bit of
Right. So
Protection.
like, you're going to get whacked with a bamboo sword or something. You don't want to actually get hurt. Right.
yeah. So nothing that would be like, oh, she's going into battle, but
Right.
like
So you're going to wear like your gym shorts and a t-shirt as opposed to the...
I'm definitely not wearing my Inukai robes to
Right.
the whorehouse.
Okay.
Do you want everyone to know we're Inukai in the whorehouse?
No... If,
I'll put on my
I can't
fisherman's
talk.
outfit.
Huh?
I'll put on my Gordon's fisherman outfit
All right.
with the hat.
Right.
yeah, because you'll blend right in.
Right. It'll be fine.
I look at you and I say, you'll blend right in.
All right.
Bunch
It's
of people-
probably the only stuff I have that's not like super crab or super inukai. So I'm like, this is my fly casual outfit that nobody can identify me, hopefully.
You ready?
So you go to the Jade Scepter.
Yes.
You walk in. There's a sort of little entry room with a. There's an older woman sitting there.
It's always an older woman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have been told that this might be a place for respectable folk to visit.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm glad to hear that. I know that it's not normally something that's done. However, I wonder if you might be able to tell me of a certain patron. And I'll go up to the table and I'll put down a coin and push it across.
This is it. This is your great plan.
I didn't hear you because I wasn't looking.
She takes the coin. With all due respect, Honorable Shukenja, or Honorable Fisherman.
I keep the sleeve on the ones. I didn't pin it up so that I look like I just have it on, like it's tucked into a pocket.
Right. Yeah, because that's going to fool everybody.
Listen, it's the best I can do. There's not that many one-armed people wandering around town.
Many of our clients
require privacy.
grace us with their patronage due to our discretion. So I'm sorry, I cannot answer any questions about other clients.
I'll put another coin down. Slide it halfway across. But I'll leave my finger on it.
Oh.
All I would request is if a certain person were to be leaving, perhaps a runner could come find me. I have very important business. And no ill will fall upon this patron.
I'll try some kind of social role because...
That sounds like something that would be...
Getting into social territory, huh?
I am famously reliable. That's something that is a thing. Oh no, that doesn't help.
In fact, it's probably not helpful.
No, it is super helpful if I make it known who I am.
Oh.
But I don't know what kind of courtesy?
Maybe.
With I don't know.
I would say air.
Air? All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Graceful, cunning, precise.
That's the best choice.
Do you have any help a player in there?
I do. But I don't remember what they do.
They add one skill dice.
They add a skill die, which is the D12.
And I can only use one?
One per roll.
So could I have a D6 and a D12, please?
Oh, I took them all because
He took them and you took the rest.
Someone mentioned trying to go kill the crane champion.
Yeah.
Someone.
Back.
I got explosive success.
Of course you did.
Okay.
An explosive success.
So one success.
Yes.
Okay.
So are these like true geisha? Because those are very different than... No, okay.
No.
Okay.
They're faux geisha.
Yeah.
Forgeisha about it.
Forgeisha about it, yeah.
That's the name of another one, for sure.
Forgeisha about it.
It's full of a bunch of Italian missionaries.
She is unswayed.
Oh.
And unimpressed.
I'll leave the coin.
Mm-hmm. She's not reaching for it.
No, that's fine.
She doesn't even watch your money.
I appreciate the work that you do.
Wow.
I know it's super awkward because I came in here with my friends, and it's not that kind of evening. But
Hey, any evening can become like that. Sorry, I can't talk.
perhaps if I made myself known to you as a customer, you would trust me more.
It's just going to get weirder and weirder. You and Stu are going to end up making, like, talking
No,
sweet nothings to each
no.
other, aren't
Fan
you?
out.
I'm gonna,
We are far from that. So I will engage the services of your establishment.
my eyes glaze over for just a minute, like I'm listening to something, and my face turns super bright red, and I like turn around and walk out.
All right. She says,
Yeah, I'm not far behind, actually.
would you like... Do you have a preference for a type?
No.
Very well.
I would trust your judgment.
2 more coins, please. And she leads you into the back.
I go with him.
You can't. You have to pay 2.
It's not that kind of evening, man. You pay your own way.
I'm out.
You can watch the building. It'll be fine. Yeah,
I'm watching.
that's what you're into. It's cool.
So you meet your masseur,
Yes.
and we'll kind of fade past that, unless you were
I
going
have
to
a
sneaking
plan.
through other rooms.
That's-
okay. All right.
Well, my plan is to not actually engage the services provided in a way that is unsavory, but to say, hey, guess what? You've got an hour, just chill.
Couldn't you just walk in with a phone and wave it around and say, "We're at tuning on the lines. We're here to check the phone, the Wecon."
No?
Nope.
What? No.
You guys don't remember Big Trouble in Little China?
I remember it.
Okay.
If they invented phones, we could try that method.
All right. I go outside and sit on the stoop with her
Okay. All right.
and the rest of the Yojimbo that can't go in.
You don't see anyone super important outside waiting, by the way.
Okay.
All right, so you're inside. You're going to interrogate the your masseuse.
In
Is
all
it masseuse or masseur?
It's Masseur, but well, I think it's
One's male and one's female.
Yes.
This matters.
In all seriousness,
no, which are you picking?
I asked her to pick.
Surprise me.
Oh, that's right.
She chose.
In all seriousness, I would like to actually go across the street and watch the door for anybody that seems to be leaving in a hurry, like someone perhaps giving a message or.
Okay.
I know
a
nobody's
masseuse
coming.
simply refers to a female. Masseur is male. So a masseuse.
Very good. I will. Thank you for your attention. I need a moment to gather myself.
You're saying this to the masseuse?
Yes.
Okay. All right. She leaves.
And I will attempt to contact the kami.
Okay. Which
In
commie
this
do you want to
establishment.
contact?
What is the kami of sex? Would it be water?
It depends what kind of sex.
Ah, yeah.
It could be graceful and cunning. It could be steady and thorough.
The
it
building
could be
is-
ferocious and direct.
Yes, you're right. No,
It's
you're very
eating
true.
adaptive and powerful. Or
Yes.
centered and unflinching.
You know what? I had no idea. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Lay
I'm
back
just-
and think of the void.
That's super goth.
That's centered and unflinching. Yes.
Well, it's the closest we have to baseball
Yeah.
for now.
That's like Kama Sutra shit, right?
Yeah. That's why it's called Kami Sutra.
All right. I was thinking there are lanterns in all of these rooms,
Indeed, there are.
so there's a fire kami in every room,
Absolutely.
and I will attempt to communicate.
Okay.
For they shed the light by which all things see, therefore they see all things.
Okay.
And passion and
Yes.
What did you say?
Ferocious, direct, and inventive.
Yes. Yes. A lot of fire coming around. Doing double duty. Keeping the
Only
lights
if you pay extra.
Keeping the lights on and keeping the lights on.
1, 2.
There's the difference between a roll with no skill and a roll with some skill.
Yes.
In the ring you do.
Yep.
2 opportunities, and this is the explosive success
With a
strife.
With a strife.
I'll take it
Okay.
and get another opportunity.
So you got 3 opportunity, 3 successes, and 1 strife. Mark your strife. And what is this? This is commune? What is this?
This is. I went with theology, like fire theology, to
Okay.
try and bring them all. And yes, it is attempting to commune with the spirits.
All right. And what are you going to ask the spirits? What do you want to know from the spirits?
I can provide a general description.
Sure.
A younger man, finely dressed when he arrived, carrying a fine set of weapons that they would understand because forging is a...
Sure.
That if someone like that is in the building...
They tell you no.
Well, thank you.
Many finely dressed people, but no one with fine blades.
All right. If someone matching that description appears at some point, can you pass...
We shall set this building ablaze.
No.
No.
Let a single spark fly
Oh God.
to the hearth of the White Ashen Stone. And I give them and I describe the fire there
Right.
so that they can find it.
Right.
And then I will be the totally oblivious guy when the masseuse comes back, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I
My
have
neck
this right here.
and my shoulder.
I was out sailing today, and it just something pulled, and I'll try and get just a real massage."
Like a legitimate massage. You're like, you're not very good at this.
Like that's like physical therapy. Like, can you stretch that arm?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between going to a chiropractor and going to, that
Yes.
kind of massage.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I would assume.
Right. All right.
But yes, so I will attempt to get that
Okay.
to make it look like I'm just confused about what's happening.
Right. Shittiest massage you've ever had in your life.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
And then I'll thank them, and I'll put.
A blind masseuse. Yes, Zatoichi. I should have added it. Why didn't? Oh, I guess wish you guys had told me that beforehand. It only would have been Zatoichi.
But now that I've come up with this method for checking out the building, I don't have to pay to get into the next one. So
Okay.
I will thank her for her time, and I will leave her an appropriate amount of tip,
Okay.
and then I will go.
All right.
Oh God.
Do I see him leave?
Yes. He comes out.
I detach myself from the shadows and come and join him.
Okay.
I don't believe he's here. We should try the Pink Lotus.
I'm sure his retinue is waiting around in the waiting room when he's here.
He might be on the outs. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. So, are you outside, or did you go?
I kind of was like away.
Okay.
I didn't want anything to do with any of this.
So
I didn't either.
Let's go on to the next. I don't think he's in that one.
Okay.
We'll go to the next one.
So you go to the
Pink
Lotus.
Lotus.
The Pink Lotus, which is on the other side of the keep.
Yeah.
Still, freeway close to the keep.
Sure.
Okay.
So, are you outside, or did you go?
I didn't want anything to do with any of this. So you go to the Pink Lotus, which is on the other side of the keep. Still, you know, freeway close to the keep. And the lanterns are out.
Oh.
The external lanterns are extinguished.
Wonderful. It looks like I must again infiltrate the facility.
I nod. Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned that they don't have their lanterns on. Doesn't seem like the right way to try and get business.
Or they're closed.
I'll go try the door.
Or there's someone.
Well, the door goes like that, and it opens, of course.
Well, they could have. I'm sure there's like a rope or something.
That would be impolite, even when you're closed.
But is there anybody in the?
Yes, there's a woman there, and she says, "Oh, so I'm very sorry. We are closed."
That's a shame. I had developed a mighty appetite upon the seas.
We have no girls here right now. Closed. And she starts pushing like, but as politely as possible.
I'll come back out. I'm not going to push.
Okay.
Be rude. Then I'll step back out to the street and I'll find you guys. I go, my method's not going to work here.
What's that?
They have all their lanterns off, and I don't have an easy access to the fire spirits of their building. And the lady's not letting people in.
It probably means that there's a customer of great means inside.
I would assume. Probably rented the place for himself.
Well, perhaps you should keep watch.
There's got to be some fire coming inside.
I would assume, but to get the kind of connection I need to be pretty close to them. If they'd left their outside lanterns lit, I could have tried that. But if I go too far from their building, the other kami aren't going to communicate well with the ones inside.
Well, perhaps we should just do it the old-fashioned way and keep an eye on the place.
On the nosy. I'm making, for those of you listening at home, I'm making the pointing and on the nosy symbol.
I suppose so.
And I could light a wall on fire, and that'll get you in, at least till you can talk to the other comic. If they're there, can't you just summon one out to come talk to you?
Not to do something minor. Summoning a fire coming from the inside of a building to the outside of a building means that everything between here gets lit on fire.
Does it?
Yes.
Sure.
I was only taught to save you guys, guard you guys.
It's all good. Yeah.
Save you from yourself.
Like,
You just imagine the ravaging fire when the other place is visited by a daimyo or something, and the spark has to travel all the way through the city, lighting every building on fire as it makes it to the White
a
Ashen
single
Stone.
spark.
Yes, I read that comment in the chat room. Thank you.
Like a laser beam going through all the paper houses.
Right.
It's just a single
Dun,
little.
dun, 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 dun.
That's it.
There's just this laser hole, like Real Genius,
Right.
through the whole town.
It's the orbs from Phantasm.
All right. I suppose we will wait, unless one of you wants to try and sneak inside.
What if I light a candle?
It's not the building's flame.
All right.
Someone approaches the place. You guys are kind of like outside a little. Someone approaches and knocks, and the door opens, and they go inside.
You didn't know the knock.
Well, you want to try?
They were carrying looked like large clay jars.
Wow.
Guys into the freaky stuff.
What's that roll? Hold on.
Canopophilia.
What?
Knop,
No,
right?
that's not
Knopnik
the-
jars.
yeah.
That's not the skill I was
So
looking
I'm
for.
super, like I'm trying to stay focused, but I'm having trouble focusing.
Okay. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Someone want to make a courtesy water roll?
Absolutely, I do. Water is my friend. It would just be my water because I don't think I have courtesy. Is that? I have courtesy too.
What the?
There, yeah, I'm actually kind of good at this.
Been holding out on this stork.
I guess clearly. Well, there's a lot of symbols there. I see a lot of strife coming up.
Success, strife, opportunity, strife.
Well, that's
Oh, no,
expensive.
yeah, and then
Opportunity
opportunity,
strife.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I really want to do this. I don't think I can afford any more strife. What am I up to? I'm up at 4.
Well, at
I
some
can
point.
only take 2.
That just
Before
means
I-
you got to cry.
Before
Yeah.
I
No, that's me.
no no yeah I attack things.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
How is it supposed to work where we're not like metagaming that, or we're not like, oh, let me think about that, and
Well, you're at a mechanical disadvantage. Once you hit the point where your strife
that
gets
up.
past whatever that is, there's a mechanical penalty until you have an outburst.
got it. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I guess it just depends on how badly we want the success of the roll.
Right.
I guess that's
right.
what
That's what I'm.
determines whether
That's
you
what I'm
take it or
staring
not.
at. I'm trying to figure out how
Yeah.
badly I need. How
But
badly we need
I'm
this.
just trying to figure out like the mechanic, like not necessarily
Because
this
if I take
particular
2
one.
successes with 2 strife,
Well,
that's
you
going to
should
take me
definitely
right up
you
to
should
6.
take this one,
'Cause you get
and
to
then roll
re-roll.
it again, and then you take 1 strife, and you roll it again. You may or may not get another strife. You might get another success without.
And
a
you don't
strife.
have to take that
I
second
understand.
die.
Here's,
Yeah.
There's 2 ways to play this. I either take the one and maybe get a chance to actually roll something maybe better,
Or take nothing.
or take 2 successes with 2 strifes, or take 1 success with 1 strife.
Why would you?
Well, you
why
would always
At
take
least
the
I get a
explosive.
success.
You'd always take
This
the
is a
explosive.
success already.
Explosive is a success, plus you can
So
re-roll.
yeah, there's no reason to take
Then
another.
Kimmy's right.
success. Yeah.
What is that?
So that's
An
an
opportunity
opportunity
and
and
a
a strife, but you don't have to take that. So
No, I
you just
won't.
yeah. So if
So
you
you
take
have
one
one
success
strife
and
and
one
one success.
yeah.
This is one of the kitchen helpers from the White Ash and Stone, and the clay jars. It's like clay pots they're carrying. Is what they
Kimchi.
no. It's what they keep their sake in.
There's definitely a party going on. Isn't that one of the White Ash and Stone servers bringing sake?
Is it?
Yes,
Oh.
I recognize them. They're the ones that always know where the sake is.
Whose name I don't remember.
Well, if they just got a delivery, we can't.
Well, you did. That's why you made it with a courtesy. It's Koji.
Koji.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to write that down.
Koji the server.
Anybody need anything while I'm up?
I'll take another
I'm
Diet
okay.
Coke.
One of you could perhaps, we could pick up some pastries or something. There's got to be a 24-hour donut shop.
I'm sorry. What? Why do we need pastries?
To get into the building.
Oh, I'm not going in the building.
All right. Could you deliver pastries or some other party favorite? I don't know. Is there a Coke dealer in town? Like,
It always gets back to Washington with you.
listen.
Perhaps our best course of action will be to wait till he comes out. If he's hungover and exhausted from his evening's revelries, it may be the best time to approach him anyway. And interrupting him and going in right now does not seem like something that we would be welcomed into.
Well, all right. I don't have much of an option other than kicking the door in.
We could just walk in and introduce ourselves.
Well, they already said they're closed and nobody's coming in tonight.
Introduce ourselves as Inukai. What would that
I think
accomplish?
that seems like a terrible
Well, it's
idea.
the honest thing. and
Oh,
we
sorry, I
can get
can't
in.
hear what you said. I don't know what you said. Sorry.
I'm writing it out.
Oh, you're writing. Oh, okay. Well, yes, it's honest, but we're their enemy right now, and they know that.
They'd still meet with us.
How tall is this
Why?
building?
I'm sorry.
It's 2 stories.
So it's not super big.
No.
I don't think that even samurai would probably be incredibly courteous in the middle of the night in a brothel.
Give me a boost onto this roof over here.
Oh,
And then I can look across the street and see what's going on.
I'll do that.
Well, okay, I'll give you a boost.
Like, get up there.
Like it, I'm not the best at boosts, but I'll try.
You stay here.
Maybe she could give you a boost? Can you give him a boost?
I'm not helping him to spy on a brothel like a ninja. That's not, no.
Well, it's not. You're not going to do
Peering
anything
into-
untoward up there.
Peering into someone else's abode is bad enough.
What, coddleizer? Roofs are for ninjas.
Yeah.
I didn't say you have to be stealthy about it.
But then again, you did get very specific instructions from your daimyo.
What? All right, I'll stand out here under this street lamp.
Maybe-
Creepy fisherman all night long. No, it's just completely shadowed by the big
Right.
hat.
You and all the other guys in trench coats.
Little islets cut.
No. Just it's literally like a canvas fisherman's hat.
Okay.
Like
Okay, got it.
that. I'm not wearing my signature Storm's hat.
Right. Okay. So you wait and wait.
So I look at you and write down. You're a fortune teller, yes?
Yes.
Perhaps if we give the knock and you say you're the fortune teller, we can get in.
Posing as a fortune teller? I mean, I tell my own fortune. I don't tell the fortunes of others.
I know. It's not a perfect plan, but it's better than hanging around out here.
Why? Isn't it better to wait until he's done with his evening's revelries? I feel like we spoke of this already. I mean, if you really want to interrupt the goings on in there, I feel that your best course of action would be, as you said, to go just barge in as yourself. But it is my feeling that interrupting the evening's revelries is not the best course of action. But if you are impatient and wish to move ahead with this, then as you were.
I'd really like to catch him with his drawers down.
Why?
It's a joke. Don't laugh.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble focusing.
Clearly.
Yes. Well,
It's a tactical advantage to catch someone off guard. What better way to quite literally strike him with it or surprise him with his drawers down?
well, he's probably not alone.
We don't know. Probably we don't know.
And he's probably incredibly.
Probably. Question mark.
Then do it. I'm gonna walk off. Head
Okay.
back to the White House Stone.
Well,
Sorry, Jen Human's been playing my dad like screaming at me the whole time, which is why I'm distracted, and my dad's like super pissed, and I'm super humiliated to be at a brothel with my dad yelling at me. So
That's amazing.
it's so good.
No. So, all right. I'll wait out here, I guess. Try and catch the guy in the morning.
I
if he
can't
leaves.
actually leave you alone because you always get in trouble and you will die.
What?
My job is to make sure that you stay safe. So you're going to have to either come with me, or we're gonna both going to hang out here. But the point being, I was hoping that she and I could go in, or she can go in, and catch him by surprise, embarrass him, at least call him out, and put him in a position where we could talk to him. But she got mad and left.
So here we are.
So you've left. You've left this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two
Walked
dudes on the street outside a brothel.
I'm not going to storm in there and leave you alone out here in the dark, especially with that guy from the palace coming after us. That's
He's
all.
not looking for a fisherman.
It's true.
My job is to protect you.
I understand, but our collective job is to talk to this guy
I
and see
understand.
what we can get.
Well, it takes all three to do this right, but I can't leave you alone out here. You either come with me in there, or we're just going to wait out here.
Well, the lady already saw a random fisherman show up.
Yeah,
If I show
all
up again and be like, yeah, this time I'm with the health department, she's going to know what's up. It's not...
So you and I will confront him and his retinue when he leaves.
That seems like the option, unless we want to go back to the roof plan.
Do you know what you're going to say to him when you confront him?
No?
Okay, let's work on that.
Hi. We know you're related to the Crane Champion. We are in a desperate situation to figure out what we can do about this.
Perhaps you should approach it from your Shigenja point of view, saying that we are concerned that your brother is cursed, that he has the
Things have escalated beyond...
That we are concerned that he has the shadow realm, the taint of the shadow realm around him, and you would like to help.
Yes.
Perhaps you should actually introduce yourself as somebody from the Phoenix clan who is educated in the ways of dealing with it. And perhaps he might give us insight because he's concerned for his brother, especially since his brother is Eska. Perhaps let's try that tact as opposed to just, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the honest tact, because that's really what we're trying to do.
I agree.
Okay.
And then,
So, you want to take a strife?
No, I
You want to take a
can't.
strife?
If I take a strife, it's...
For
Yeah, all
what-
right,
to
I'll
what
take a
end?
strife.
You want to take a strife or not?
What am I up to?
not really, but
Okay.
I will in pursuit of the mission.
Okay. All right. So you're not going to take a strife.
I'll take a strife.
Oh, you're going to take a strife. Okay.
That puts me,
neither of you fall
that puts
asleep.
me right at
Okay.
6.
I've got a lot of composure. I'm a pretty
All right.
composed dude.
Clearly, I'm not.
You
You know why? Because it's fire and earth. For some reason, fire and earth is composure.
What's his face leaves, or the
guy we're looking
helper? No, the helper.
Oh, the helper.
From the White Ash and Stone, and you see a hooded figure walk out, sometime a few hours after midnight.
Aha!
Well, considering you bought the place out, that must be the guy leaving.
Yeah. Let's,
And then you see people that you had not noticed before, and you've been there for hours, come out of the shadows and start following him as he starts walking back towards the keep. There's 3 with him.
there's 3.
3.
Okay. So it's not like
Not a huge retinue.
20 guys
No,
came swarming out of the darkness.
exactly. No.
You think we should go for this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You be as courteous as you can and keep this on the up and up. You're a Shigenja.
Yeah, yeah.
After all, that's what this is about.
I got this. It's the initial, we're in the street, in the dark, in the middle of the night. What's up? That's the part that I'm concerned about,
Then
getting
you
shot
tell
with
him
a
that,
crossbow.
and it's like this is the only way we could find you.
What's
Okay. I feel like, okay, I'm going to say this because I think that you guys, your characters would know this.
Mm-hmm.
But accusing someone of being corrupted with the Shadowland curse is an insult.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's why we're talking to the brother who's on the outs with him.
Right, but you're still in
I know.
Okay, cool. Cool, just checking.
He's a Shigenja. They're crazy.
Are they going away from us, or are they coming past us?
Past him.
Okay, that makes it easier. So I'm not running up behind people like, hello, please wait. So as they're coming by, I'll say, Good evening. Could I have a word for a moment? And I'll bow. Be polite about it.
The hooded figure who's in the front stops and sort of looks back and then turns towards you. Can't see his face.
I've come on urgent business, and I believe you're the only person that may be able to help. The reverse fan. Can what I see of his face from beneath the street lamp, does it seem like a youngish person?
Sure.
Okay. So there's a chance it's the right guy. Okay.
It's a nice robe.
Sure.
And the samurai who are following him are doji samurai, and they're, yeah.
Aw.
So, I've come to the city on I've come to the city, and things have gone in such a way that I have grown greatly concerned about the Winter Court. I know I seem like a fisherman, but I was just trying to blend in as you yourself have this evening. The events of the past day are greatly concerning, and I seek help from any quarter that may be able to help us resolve the situation as peacefully as we can. And I'll take off my hat.
With your one arm.
Yeah, I got.
There's one good arm.
I can take off a hat. It's still I can reach my head. And
What do you ask of me?
we have heard that perhaps you have taken to spending time outside the keep itself because things have not been as harmonious as they should be. And our greatest hope is that you could help us resolve the recent tensions that have arisen with the honored guests of the Winter Court.
I will take your request under advisement. He looks back towards him and he starts walking again.
That's fine. If it was just him by himself, I would give more information, but
Right.
with other ears a listening.
Right. So you're walking back towards the White Ash and Stone, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. And you're walking along, and it's very late at this point, you know, and it's flutters of snow, and you can starting to see little bits of like snow patches on the ground around. And there's sort of it's coming down in this very picturesque flurry, and the moonlight is sort of shining on them as it's coming down. And from behind you, you hear Inukai!
Okay.
And you turn around, and standing in the middle of the road is a samurai, also a crane, with his hand on his sword. In the middle, and there's no one around.
Cool. Okay.
And we'll leave it right there.
Yep.
Damn it, no! We still have an hour.
No, I'd like to do 3. Besides, I need to read the Aijutsu rules.
Okay. All right. That was good.
Yeah, leave you on that cliffhanger. You get the duel.
I could take it.
I'm always super
This is
jealous
why I wore my
of-
gym clothes, man. Prepared for anything.
Knock it out.
That's why I split the party. Pick
No, I
on
split the
me.
party because I have to play my dissat. Because,
Yeah.
like, at some point,
No, totally.
like, just reading from the chat room, like, the funny,
Yep.
like, that's not a dissat. Like,
And
it has to, at some point, start really affecting
I also have painfully honest,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, we can't just lie our way in. Go up there and tell them what we want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna end now and then record our feedback session, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
So, if you are, I forget what level of Patreon, we record like debrief sessions after this game. Oh, $5 level. Which is $5 a week. It's not. It says $5 per episode, but it's per like podcast episode, not actual play episode.
Right.
So it's $5 per week. So it's like $20 a month, and they get to hear us debrief and talk about it. So, and I'm still getting amazing Ghost Dad stuff. It's amazing.
Some more Patreon!
Yeah. So yeah, and if you ever want to see, I don't read everything that Ghost Dad says. I'm just reading like certain things when it's not going to interrupt the game, because it's internal dialogue. So anyway, thanks guys so much. Check out our schedule at happyjacks.org/schedule. As you can see, we are doing some awesome renovations to the studio. Don't worry, the fan art is coming back. A couple of people were like, oh, it looks nice, but where's the art? We missed the art. We just like literally we were working on this till right during streaming starts. So we ran out of time. So we will be putting the fan art up. Please send in more. We're going to be swapping it around. We're really excited about getting more of it up on the walls. And thank you to the Patreon people who made this possible.
Thank you.
So, awesome. And
next Sunday we have what coming up? It's
GameCon.
GameCon.
Yeah.
Right,
Next
that's
weekend is
going
the
on.
con.
Hopefully see some of you there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, as always, come up and introduce yourself and forgive us if we don't remember.
Yeah. Buy alcohol.
Right, I guess at 3 when the bar opens. And come to see the podcast. And here, if you live in the LA area and you've never been to the con, go. This is what gamers do. Go.
Cool.
Besides being nerdy.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit this.
Yep.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.